Ah, back in the bowels of Privateer's hold. Here we, yeah, here we go again. So, and without any music this time. Oh my, oh my. Let me turn my volume up though. So, okay, here we are, back in Privateer's hold. Wow, what are we doing? Well, last time around, we only had a very brief stream. It was like, I think we only got to play Daggerfall for maybe 15 or 20 minutes. It was brief. Interruptions came up. So, because we didn't really accomplish a whole lot other than kind of doing a little town business and then going into the dungeon again because I'm poor broke. I decided that we weren't gonna archive that part. It wasn't really worth it. So you didn't miss much. Just some towny business. But yeah, we're back here in the dungeon. I am hunting for loot. I've been hunting for loot. We're almost full up again. I have a little bit of a goal. All right. Oh, my throat. I gotta clear that throat. Oh my. But okay, I have a goal. The goal is, well, okay. We have two goals. Two goals. So one, I have 156 gold pieces. Right. Cool. I owe the bank. If you remember, in order to not die, we had to take out about 1,100 gold loan from the bank in oh god, in Gothway Garden. I don't know why that name always escapes me, but yeah, we're in debt to the bank. So our first mission, if you will, is to repay our debts so that we have a clean slate. That's gonna take a little bit, but my goal is to do that, and then we need more magic stuff. Like I know my character is not really a proper mage. They have minimal magic to work with, really. They only have as much magic as they do because they're a high elf. But magic is a potent force in Daggerfall, and we really should make use of it. And we should probably join the Mages Guild at some point as well. Joining the Mages Guild would be a very positive move. But really, we need some spells to kind of help us out. We need we need some form of healing spell, maybe a fatigue recovery spell. We need some spells to help us out. Like, it's not really about dealing damage or anything like that. We purely we need spells that will help us to survive in this world. That's what we need. But it costs money to get spells. So yeah, I guess my priorities are, we need to make enough gold to pay off our loan from the bank. And then once we do that, we need to buy some magic spells so that we're a little more versatile in the dungeon. And dungeon crawling is a little easier, you know? And hey there, Vexus. Oh, we've got people in here now. Well, people that are talking anyway. I did notice people like to lurk around, and that's fine. But we got talkers now. You missed the pre-stream banter. And manual questing. Yeah, well, the thing is that right now, like, I mean, look, this game has quests that get tracked in the log and everything, but like, A, there's no waypoints or anything, so you still gotta keep track of it. But B, a lot of the questing in quotes in this game is more like, it's less of a quest, and it's more like, look, I owe a debt, so I need to pay it off. It's basically, things happen and I have a need, right? And so in order to fulfill that need, I need gold, so I need to go do some dungeon crawling or whatever. Like, it's basically, my character has needs, and as we fulfill them, we're kind of making our own adventure, you know? We're making our own quest. And I do like that. Also, how goes your Daggerfall adventure, Vexus? As I kind of prepare here myself. Let me just check what we got. Oh, I need to. Oh, yeah, we need to find a town with a pawn shop. We really need to find a town with a pawn shop because this holy tome is worth money if we can sell it. But there's no. Yeah, there's no pawn shop in Gothway Garden, so that sucks. But I think right now for money, these weapons. These weapons are good for money. So I'm just kind of collecting weapons and hoping I can get some pennies for it when we go to town. All right. So we're back here. We are back here. Oh boy. I don't know why we don't have any background music. Game just decided not to give me any this time around. It's okay. But yeah, we need to go a little deeper into the dungeon to find some loot piles, because loot piles are where the real goodies are. So let me see if I can rest. We don't want to rest for you don't want to rest for too long. Resting for too long is kind of bad, because it means there's more opportunity for monsters to spawn in on you. And it means you're going through your food rations faster. Your food might just literally go bad on you. So yeah, you don't want to rest for a real long time. Like rest for an hour, just a quick nap. You wake up. Yeah, see, there you go. Look, just a little tiny nap. Yeah, you need more rest. You slept poorly. Oh. All right. Okay, I'm healthy. It's cold. My burden slows me down. Perhaps you should leave some items behind. No game, I'm not. I'm not leaving my items behind. I can't do that, game. I can't do that. I can't leave anything behind. Just reading what Vexus is saying here. Every time I pause, I'm usually reading chat. But yeah, I will say that, like, okay. So I think this is one of the things that threw me off too, and it still at times is a little jarring. It's the whole fighting 2D monsters in a 3D space, and I feel like this is where it does help to be a little more used to that kind of thing. Like, I mean, Doom, for instance, right? Like old school first person shooters, that's literally what they were. Like, you were running around shooting 2D sprites in a 3D environment. Daggerfall isn't really unique in that way. But it is, especially because this game is more melee focused, it is a little weird and jarring, yeah, to be in like this detailed 3D space, and then just a sprite, right? A sprite comes at you, and the sprite. I think what can be a little disorienting about it is that depending on the angle that you look at the sprite, it can appear to be in a slightly different place than it actually is. Like, it does take some getting used to. But I guess it's one of those things where you kind of just have to learn to look at the enemies at a certain angle. Like, I think with rats it's probably the worst, because rats are, they're so low to the ground. So if you want to melee, like if you want to get really up in their face and melee them, you're looking like down at them. And because they're 2D, that can get really weird. But the thing is, you don't have to be too close to enemies to actually hit them in melee. So I think I think that if you keep a little bit of distance and you look at enemies the right way, it can make the 2D effect a little less bad. Hard to describe there. But Vexus, so you got out of the first dungeon. Now here's the question: did you plunder through the whole dungeon, or did you just like, go the way that I go, basically, and just, leave, right? Like, did you just go straight for the exit? Because Privateer's Hold is actually pretty large. Like, there is a lot of dungeon in Privateer's Hold. It's just most of the dungeon is completely optional. You don't have to go there. So okay, let's delve a little deeper here. I'm in stealth mode. Stealth mode. I think I already killed the bat that was in the hallway here. So if we have a clean shot, yeah, if we've got a clean shot to the campfire at the end of the hallway, then we definitely want to take that if we have a clean shot to it. Also, switch to steal mode and yoink. Like, look, torches. Torches are valuable. Okay, you can sell torches for like 5 to 6 gold a pop. That ain't a lot, but it's something. And every little gold coin, it adds up. Okay, every coin adds up. Now, I mean, these torches also have weight to them, but like that's fine. That's fine. We've got some not so friendly people over there. All right, let's whoop out our silver longbow. Our battered. Oh god! Oh no! Oh shit! I'm blind. Oh shit! I'm blind. I can't see shit. I'm getting murdered. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. We're safe, relatively. Man, I will abuse these tables as much as I fucking can. Hold up. I got magics too. Some arcane arrow, if I have the magic for it. Save versus spell. Okay. Oh god, I might pass out. My fatigue is ticking down really fast. I may just actually pass out and die right now. Oh god. I have 5 fatigue. 5 fatigue. Okay, quick. Rest for like 2 hours. 2 hours rest. You wake up. Okay. Let me equip my elven dagger again. Man, my character is sleeping really badly. Like she is not sleeping well. Okay. All right. Like I'm minimally sleeping because again, every time you sleep, like there's a chance that enemies could spawn, but also there's the factor of supplies. Like the longer that you rest, the more water you drink. You know, the more water you drink, the more food you consume. And right now I only have 1 sack of rations, and then yeah, I got 1 ration sack, and then I have like all this smelly meat. But I need to cook the smelly meat. So yeah, I'm trying to rest as little as possible. All right. Ooh, look at it. Was worth it though. We got some of our arrows back. Got gold pieces, and then we got some clothing here. We found a loincloth. Now, look, the biggest problem that my character has right now is that she's just shivering cold all the time. I don't think a loincloth is what we want. I do not think we want to go with the loincloth. And then we have an evening gown. The evening gown, it's worth 10 gold actually, so that ain't half bad. We got some chausses or cuses that are they're only slightly used condition. That would actually be better. Yeah, that would it's the same armor value, but like yeah, same armor value, but it's not as damaged as what we have right now, so I'll just replace that. Okay, these boots are worth way more. And then a steel staff. I will take the steel staff because I can I'm presuming I can sell those for a half decent amount. I like. See, here's the thing. This is one of the things I really like about playing a character that's not super strong in Daggerfall. I have to be really discerning about what I loot and why. Like like, think about this. In a lot of RPGs that you play, what do? You hit the loot all button, right? Like you're just you know, enemies are exploding loot pinatas, treasure chests are everywhere. Like you're just kind of looting everything that isn't nailed down, and you're not really worrying too much about what you're looting. But in Daggerfall, especially as a lower strength character, like I just can't carry all that much. You know, I don't have a lot of carry weight. So I have to really pick and choose what I'm looting. I have to either loot things that I'm going to be like actively using, or things that I know for a fact I can actually sell for a decent amount of money. Like I can't just run around picking up everything that isn't nailed to the floor, you know? And it means that I actually take the time to look at the loot and not just, you know, not just grab everything. So, okay, this evening gown, I mean, I do know that merchants will buy clothing, and 10 gold is not a lot, but I mean, it's about as much as the torches are worth, so. And I guess, hey, we could try the evening gown on and see how it works for clothing. I highly doubt it'll be as insulating as what we have now, but let's take a look. Does it have an alternate graphic? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so this replaces the long shirt. It replaces the long shirt, and honestly, it don't look half bad. But I'm pretty sure it's not protecting us from the climate, right? Yeah, we're shivering. So it's not any better protection from the elements, and I like the long shirt more, I think. So we'll just stick with what we got, but we can sell the other thing. All right. So back into the depths of the dungeon. See, I know where I've been because look at that. You can see where I got stabbed. You can see where that NPC stabbed me as I was flailing around completely blind. Alright, so I don't think there's any more monsters down here, but let's have a look-see. Okay. Alright. Look at that head pile. I love it. There's so many needlessly gory sprites in this game. I love it. Alright, so what's in the loot pile? So we've got 99 gold pieces. We're up to 336 in raw loot right now. That's doing pretty good. We have leather solarettes. We have a casual cloak. So here's the question. Can I wear, like, people have said, like, 2 cloaks and you're good, so I wonder if you can double up any cloaks, or if you can only double up certain cloaks. Like, right now I'm wearing a casual cloak, so can I wear 2 casual cloaks? Yes, I fucking can. Oh, man. Oh, man. So, yeah, double cloaks. Nice. I wonder... Like, hold up. So yeah, this cloak, I'm just looking at you can see the alternate graphics you can get for them. Ooh, now this almost completely hides the other cloak. So if I put this one on now, okay, so this cloak just always goes on top of the other one. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, I lit another torch. Okay, so I'm wearing 2 cloaks now. I am wearing 2 cloaks. That looks a little awkward, but I think that'll protect me from the cold. I think wearing I think 2 cloaks will do it. I think. Let's take a look. Well, it still says it still says the dungeon cold air is making me shiver, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how good we are. Oh, also, I can't rest, and there's enemies nearby, and I'm about to fucking pass out. Hold up a second. Hold up a second. Let's rest for 2 more hours. Ooh, my skills are improving. Nice. You've got to be really mindful, though. Yeah, you have to be really mindful of your fatigue in this game, because it is just constantly ticking down, and that's a vanilla thing, but in vanilla it's much slower. It ticks down a lot faster with climate and calories, because you know how hungry you are, how thirsty you are, how warm or cold you are. That all affects these things. So yeah, my fatigue is ticking down noticeably quicker than it could, and I think some of that is how much loot I'm hauling too. Like I'm hauling a lot of loot on me. I'll admit it. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! It's my nemesis, the rat. Okay. You won't have me. Got some moldy raw meat. Nice. Like, I don't know how it happened, but rats really have become my fucking nemesis in this game. Alright, so I know I know for a fact there's a couple more loot piles coming up. But there's also the imp over here. So let me prepare to fight the imp. Oh my god. Oh my god, that thing just it just magic punched me to it just magic one punch manned me. Oh man. I mean, to be fair, my fatigue was also pretty low, so I was gonna pass out at any moment anyway, but yeah, let's rest again for another hour. I gotta get my fatigue up. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that again. God, I got punched so goddamn hard. Oh god, oh god. These things come out swinging. I used the wrong spell. I used the wrong spell. Okay, it's down. I am almost dead though. So yeah, I absolutely fucked up. I selected minor shock, and that yeah, that is not a ranged spell. So I just kind of wasted all my magic for pretty much no reason there. Pretty much no reason. Let me rest another hour. Okay. I feel like, oh man, I'm not doing my hottest right now. Okay, what's in the loot pile? Some gold pieces, and oh god, we needed this. We really needed this. So this is a leather left pauldron. Yeah, so right now we don't have anything on our right arm. Like you can see, AC in this game. AC in this game is not cumulative. Like the 11 armor I have on my feet, if the enemy, when the enemy hits, it kind of rolls a dice to see where it hits, and if it hits you, if the enemy hits you in the arm, then your boot AC does nothing for that. So yeah, right now 3 is my lowest protection. But I have 0 protection on my arm. So yeah, let's equip that. There you go. Now I at least have 3 armor on all body parts, and then I have 2 7s and 1 11. So doing okay. We got some reagents here. Dragon scales. That seems cool, but I don't. Like, I don't think I can... The problem is I can't sell any of this shit to anyone. Oh, we got some magic sandals. That's nice. I'll take it. So yeah, these are enchanted sandals, which is interesting. Can I get some info on that? I have no idea what those sandals do, is the problem. Like, that's the thing. They're magic enchanted sandals, but like, well, what does that mean? What kind of enchantment, right? What kind of enchantment? I don't know. I mean, I could equip them and just see what happens, right? Like, yeah, that's one way to learn, is to see, like, yeah, just equip it, see what happens. So I'm wearing the sandals. What's different? Huh. So I'm looking at my stats. I guess I'm looking at my stats, and I forget if there's a way to actually see, like, to see the effect of your enchantments. I forget if there's a way to actually see that or not. So these are, like, when I hit history, it gives me this stuff, and I mean, that's mostly, like, my character stats. They're racial stats. But it's nothing to do with enchantments or anything. I'm noticing I have 55 speed right now, though. If I take these boots, like if I take these magic sandals off, do I get slower? No, I still have 55 speed, so I'm not really sure. Oh no, wait a second. Okay. Look at my my encumbrance. So normally I have 67 encumbrance, but when I wear these sandals, I have 89 encumbrance. Huh. So I have 45 strength normally. Like, is it just for encumbrance? Is it my... Yeah, so it's not boosting... Yeah, I guess it's not boosting my Yeah, it's not boosting my strength or anything. It's boosting my... it's purely boosting my encumbrance capability. Like, that is purely what it's doing. I think we're wearing those sandals. I think we're wearing those sandals for a little while, because, yeah, these sandals apparently they boost your encumbrance. And that's yeah, I need that. I definitely need it. There's got to be a way to, like, there has to be a way to learn something more specific about the enchantment stats. There's got to be a way. Oh, sorry, Vexus. I mean, actually, yeah, I think I've actually seen. I'm not sure if they say it on, like, the box of the game, but I have heard Daggerfall called more a fantasy life sim, and I think that's pretty accurate. But I mean, really, you got to ask yourself, what's the difference between a fantasy life simulator and a role-playing game? Because technically, role-playing is getting into your character's life and all that. But I guess, I guess that the way most people use the word RPG, I think most people use that word more so to describe, like, I guess something like, I don't know, Final Fantasy or whatever, right? It's more of a, there's kind of an image in your head when you say RPG, but when you say fantasy life simulator, that brings up a whole different image. But a lot of RPGs back in the day, like a lot of computer RPGs back in Daggerfall's time, and earlier than that, they self-described themselves as being a fantasy life simulator. That's actually how I think I think the early Might and Magic games, I think they actually have that in the tagline, that it's a fantasy life simulator. And I would say the Might and Magic games are much more in line with just like a dungeon crawler RPG than Daggerfall, you know? But I think overall the tone of a game like this is less, like it's less focused on some big overarching narrative. Like, yeah, there is a big overarching narrative, you know, there is a main story quest, but it's so inconsequential to the overall content of the game, you know? Like, when you play Daggerfall, you're not really, at least for me, you're not really all that concerned about, I don't know, leveling up and beating the big bosses and dungeons and getting the sweet fat loot. Like, it, honestly, that kind of stuff barely factors into my mind when I play Daggerfall. Like, oh hell yeah, I'd love to get me some cool loot, and I mean, look, these sandals, right? These weird ass magic sandals that we found, that apparently they just make me able to carry more stuff, which is actually really useful. Like, just finding that has, you know, like, oh man, that made me happy, right? I'm still not sure. I might sell them anyway for the money, but like, oh no, that was a good find, right? And you know, you still like that kind of stuff, but like, I'm like, what's really in my mind is, man, Shalina here, she owes the bank 1,000 gold, like over 1,000 gold. She's really struggling. Like, we need to get her life in order. Like, that's more what I'm thinking, you know? And I think that falls pretty squarely under fantasy life sim rather than standard RPG. Yeah, back in the real early days, of computer RPGs, like, they're like, here, okay, here's the thing. I think we take for granted these days just simply the term RPG, you know? Because you say RPG or role-playing game, and some very specific images come into your head, but you gotta remember, back in the day, like, there wasn't really a specific term for any of this stuff. So a lot of RPGs, yeah, they called themselves fantasy life simulators or something to that effect, right? Like, it's not that the term role-playing game wasn't around, it's just it wasn't common vernacular, if you will. But I do think that Fantasy Life Simulator does a good job of describing something like Daggerfall, because I mean, yeah, to me it does imply survival elements and all of that, but it's also just, yeah, it's just, when you play a game like this, you're more concerned with your character's day-to-day life and just getting by in this fantasy world. You're more concerned with that than you are with standard conventions of an RPG, you know? That's all I'm saying. Alright, so, okay. Let us delve deeper. I want to rest. I want to rest real bad, but like, there's more loot to be had. There's more loot in this here dungeon. I think there's at least another bat and a rat, but like, we deal with it as well. Oh yeah, there be the bat. There be the bat. Come on. I am getting better at, like, maneuvering in and out of combat. I'm still gonna die a lot, but I'm getting better at not getting hit as much. It's tricky, and it is actually fun. There's a fun back and forth to it. Yeah. I think it's not just that, though. Like, honestly, my character is also just getting stronger, too, you know? Like, my character is leveling up her abilities, so she hits more accurately, she dodges more, like, she's... There we go. She's getting better, you know? Yeah, and I mean, I'll also say, let me just switch over. It's good to kind of like settle in on this screen when we need to talk, just because fatigue is always ticking down. This is a talky kind of game. This is a game we're going to be talking a lot about RPG stuff. But yeah, Vexus. A game like this, like, it really wasn't intended for the player to do everything. It really wasn't. I think this is kind of a modern game concept. I think it is a very normal modern game idea that when you play a game, you're there to do the content, right? Like, you do the content, but that's not really how games were approached in the earlier days of gaming, especially in like the 80s, and then the 90s, like the mid 90s is when gaming started shifting to more what it is now. So like Daggerfall was kind of right on the cusp of that. But the way that people used to play games was you play the game, and then the game might not even have an ending, right? Like if you look at a lot of just the old arcade games and stuff, a lot of them don't have a proper ending. It's just you play until you get bored, basically. Like that's how so many games from the 80s were, is you just play the game until you get bored, because it never ends. And that philosophy kind of applied to RPGs as well. Like, you know, you would sit down and you would play a game like Might and Magic or Wizardry, you know, the early ones, or Arena or whatever, like, you know, Ultima. Like these kinds of RPGs, they have endings. They have a main quest you can complete, and the game ends. But the thing is, they're also just so big and so open that they're games that just theoretically you could just keep playing, and they never end. So the thing is that the way most people approached games like this back in the day was just, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna boot up Daggerfall. I'm gonna play it for like, you know, an hour or two, till I get bored, and then I'll turn it off and I'll play it another time when I want to, you know, explore the world of Daggerfall. And you wouldn't necessarily make any progress towards completing the game. You just play it, you know. You would be playing it and kind of immersing yourself in the experience of playing it. So yeah, I think when you kind of think of it like that, about in terms of how gamers fundamentally approached games a little bit differently back then. At least a lot did. Not everyone, but a lot. It makes more sense why there's just so much, and you're not really expected to do it all. And yeah, you have talked about it, and I've considered, like, I looked into it a little bit. I gotta look more, but it's on my, like, it's on my list of, that's interesting. But I got too many other games that I both want and need to play, so I can't even think about it just right now. But I just think it's kind of interesting, the difference of philosophy in how you approach games, and just how games were made. You do kind of have to go into some games with a bit of a different mentality than you normally do, you know? Like I can imagine that if you go into something like Daggerfall and you're going into it under the premise of, like, you know, I'm gonna fight monsters, level up, and, you know, do the main storyline and beat the game. You're probably not even gonna have a lot of fun, because the main storyline of Daggerfall is not, like, it's not bad, but it's really not particularly interesting or fun, for that matter, either. Like, the main story, it forces you to just travel all over the place and do a lot of bullshit, and like, it's not particularly fun or interesting. It's not bad, but, like, it's not really something I would say is, you know, when I think of Daggerfall, honestly, the main storyline is the last thing I think of. So if you go into the game like that, you're probably just setting yourself up for a bad time, honestly. It is. Yeah, it's funny, and I think, I think especially with Daggerfall Unity and all of the many community mods that have improved the various aspects of the game and fixed a lot of shit too. I think a game like Daggerfall, yeah, it really does weirdly feel like a breath of fresh air. That's it's funny how that works, right? And that is a feeling that I get when I play a lot of these older games. Is, like even ones that I don't have any particular nostalgia for. A lot of the times it just feels like a breath of fresh air, like it's refreshing water flowing over you when you as a gamer have been wandering lost in the desert, dying of thirst and half delirious, and then you play a game like this and it's like it's like some wanderer in the desert found you and they're pouring that cool water down your throat. Like that's what it feels like. Like, oh, thank you, good sir. I had such a great thirst. All right, so there's a rat further up ahead, so I really should rest at least. Like, I need to keep my fatigue up. I don't want to pass out. You gotta keep in mind that you don't want to pass out and die. Alright. Looks like none of the meat's gone bad yet. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, again, I would say honestly the biggest, and again, I know we're pausing a lot, it's fine, but I like talking. So the biggest barrier of entry with Daggerfall is probably the whole 2D on 3D thing. That is actually why my wife just cannot play Daggerfall. Like, she's basically waiting for either a Daggerfall remaster to come along or until eventually, like, I know that there's modders working on it, but it's kind of a mishmash and not really concentrated thing. I think it's not really a priority for most Daggerfall players, but there is an effort to try to replace the 2D sprites with 3D models, but obviously, even if they're even if they're really low quality 3D models to match with the game, it's still going to take a while to get those and get them animated. So it's if we ever get 3D models for Daggerfall for the characters and stuff, it's probably not going to be for several years. So can't really look forward to it. But the whole 2D sprites on 3D world, like that is so jarring that, yeah, the wife can't, like, she just can't handle that. She thinks, she doesn't, like, funny enough, she doesn't think that the game overall looks bad. Like, she looks at, the menus, the paper doll here, like, or just the 3D world, and it's like, it doesn't look bad to her. That doesn't bother her. But it's specifically that, yeah, the game mixes 2D and 3D with a first-person view, and that just, like her brain just does not like that. And I can imagine a lot of people would have that problem too. It's one of those things where, like, it wasn't really, like, it wasn't that uncommon at the time. Doom does this too. Like pretty much every first-person shooter from this game's era, they all pretty much did that, 3D world, 2D sprites. It was pretty common. But I do get it, and I understand, and it's rough, but what I can say is that eventually your brain will acclimate to it. Like, if you play this game long enough and you let yourself just kind of get swept up in what you're doing and the world, eventually you'll stop, like, your brain will stop fighting about the 2D 3D thing. Eventually you get used to it. But you do have to be able to give it that, to give it that chance and that time. Yeah, the angles. Well, again, yeah, like I mean, hey, just whenever I have to fight like a rat or something, just kind of take a look, and you'll see like it's not that bad in the game. The game is actually fairly generous with hitboxes, like both with melee and ranged weapons. Like you don't have to be dead center or anything. The game does kind of give you some leeway on aiming and all that. It's I think it's more about knowing how close you have to be to hit something, like knowing how close you need to be and how close they need to be in order for hits to register. That takes some getting used to, but once you get used to it, it does kind of become second nature. Or I say that, but how many times have I died, right? It becomes easier, more natural feeling to get into it with time. But yeah, I think for most people though, it's just how the 2D and 3D, like how that mixing looks. That's the problem most people have, and I get it. And funny enough, I think it works better the other way around. Like how many classic games can you think of did 2D backgrounds but then 3D character models? Like every PlayStation 1 survival horror or Final Fantasy game, they were all like that, 2D backgrounds and then 3D character models imposed on the 2D background with some layering going on to give the illusion of depth. Like that is such a it was such a overall common and visually pleasing style that it's still used to this day. Like there's hell, the Persona games. When I played through Persona 5, it does that a lot actually. In Persona 5, they have several story scenes in which normally everything is 3D, but like there's several story scenes where like the 3D character models are in a 2D background, but like there's layering and it looks smooth enough that you often, and the game is just so stylized, you often don't even realize you're looking at a 2D background with 3D characters on top of it. It's just pretty seamless. I think that works better than doing it the other way around, but I think either way you have to be able to let it happen, let your brain adjust. Alright, so we got a rat up here. Hold up. Yoink. I'm taking all the torches, alright? So yeah, there's a rat down here. And I really don't want to get bitten by it, but Oh, there it is. So I'm not sure if rats can climb stairs or not. I think rats might not be able to climb stairs, actually. Oh, I was kind of... Well, that kind of didn't go well for me. I was hoping to, like, burn the thing. I know you can burn them by throwing a torch, but it didn't work out for me. Alright. Great and powerful magic's time. It did a save versus spell every single goddamn time. Okay. Alright, see, now, okay, I'm gonna say right now, this is a horrible angle to fight at. You don't want to fight at this angle, alright? Yeah, like, you do not want to fight enemies at this angle, because it both looks awkward, and it feels awkward, too. But even then, you can kind of get a feel for, like, when they're gonna attack. Oh, God. I really don't want to get bit by that thing. Also, my fatigue is running low again. Like, my fatigue is forever low. I think at this point, my problem is that my character is kind of like... oh, shit. I emptied my sack of rations. That ain't good. We kind of need them rations. Let's reload. I kind of need those rations. I was hoping to get to a fire so that I could cook the meat and then, you know, we could just do that, right? Oh shit, I emptied my sack of rations even sooner. Oh crap. I'm starving already. Oh no. Okay, well, we gotta buy more rations. Rations cost like 160 gold, so that ain't great. Like, we're gonna have a bit of a hard time actually, you know, actually buying food. Okay, let me equip my bow. Nope, accidentally fired an arrow. Alright, so... Okay, I was trying to like get around it and get to the staircase. I said this is a bad place to fight, but with a bow and arrow, it's okay, since rats apparently can't climb stairs. Yeah, they can't climb stairs, so this works out for me. Let's go ahead and use our magics. There we go, it's down. So especially that I'm out of rations, I really need to, you know... Yeah, especially with no rations, we need to cook some food. Ooh, I found a chain hauberk. Nice. And a holy dagger that is worth 2,500 gold. So, okay, yeah, we found this chain hauberk. So here's the conundrum. It's +5 to armor, which is great. However, it weighs 10 kilos. Yeah. Yeah. Like, if I were to wear this right now. Yeah, if I were to wear this, yes, better protection, but it's so heavy, I can't. Like, it is so heavy, it's just not practical. Like, it is just really not practical for me to take that. Like, I have to be considerate about how much I can actually carry, you know? Alright, here we are, back at the start. Back at the old start. I really need to buy a skillet. Like, the game does keep telling me that, like, you don't have a skillet. This is a problem, sir. Okay. Alright, we are healthy. You could do with a decent meal. But I think I'm rested now, right? I'm rested, I got all this meat. Most of it is smelly meat, so we don't want to eat that. Okay. So we could use a decent meal. Let's go ahead and eat. Alright. So I got 3 pieces of meat. That'll have to do for right now. Like, that'll just have to do. You need more rest. Oh, God. Okay, let's overwrite. I got, so, thanks to my magic sandals, I can carry a decent amount of shit. But yeah, like, I don't know, I think we're out of rations. We really need to get our bow repaired. Like, we really need to get our bow repaired. I think we should probably head back to town so that we can resupply and, well, we sell what we got, resupply, and see where we stand. Paying off, I think we have I think we have about a year to pay off our debt, so I'm not really overly worried about that. Like, I'm not worried that we're not going to be able to pay off our debt. I feel like in a year's time we can, like, I would certainly hope, right? I would certainly hope that we can pay off 1,000 gold over the course of a year. Um, but like, more pressingly, we need food, right? We need extra rations and all that. We got to make sure that we're stocked and good for dungeon crawling. And we also need to get our spells in order. So I think before we pay off our debt, we might even want to just like we might want to take care of some of that stuff before we start paying off the debt. All right. This room looks clean, so let's have a look-see around. Just checking all the containers. There's like, look, there's usually nothing in them, but sometimes you'll get lucky. And the only way you'll know is if you check them all. Okay, that goes up there. Also, I swear that there was like a secret door over here, I swear. But I guess not. How's our condition? You're healthy. Healthy and just shivering a little bit. That's fine. I would like to claim up a little more loot before going back to town. Oh god, oh god. I want to fight this guy in an open space. Man, look at this dragonborn over here coming at me. Oh, oh. He kind of does like a bit of a double swing. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, see, sometimes he throws a quick one in there and gets me with it. Ooh, yeah, I can't... You can't linger too long in his melee range. Oh, come on. Oh, oh god, oh god. He's kind of got me in a corner. He is surprisingly tough. Oh god, and he's very fast too. Okay, I need a hold up. I need a little magic here. Ooh, okay. Whew, yeah. Whipping out the magic. That's always my go-to to solve problems. Okay, so we got some more gold, a steel broadsword. Looks pretty cool. I like it. And then we got some iron greaves. So the iron greaves are +7 to armor. They weigh 2.5. That's a lot more than what I have right now. Like, again, I would absolutely love to upgrade my armor. I would, but yeah, weight. I always got to think about carry weight, you know? So this leather left pauldron is a little bit yeah, that one is a little bit less worn than what I have right now. We got leather gauntlets, a buckler. I'm trying to remember if the buckler counts as... I'm pretty sure that would count as a weapon. I'm not sure if I can sell it or not, but let's take it. Like, I don't know if shopkeepers buy shields or not. I know that the standard shopkeepers don't buy armor, so I haven't... Like, that's why I haven't even been looting that. Man, it's dark down here. Again, I like it. I like how dark it is down here. I think that and my torch... Oh man, if you notice, my torchlight is really... Oh yeah, I went into third person there for a second. If you notice, my torchlight is really flickering a lot. It's because it's warm. I think, yeah, the condition of your torch does affect how much light it produces. So yeah, I think my torch is pretty worn out, so it's kind of... It's not giving me as much light as it could. Alright, we're going back up. But, Vexus, I wonder... I mean, other than having a hard time getting into the nature of 2D men in 3D land, I guess, I don't know, how does the adventure feel? How's, like... Because I know just getting Daggerfall to kind of look and feel the way you want is you know, that is a quest in and of itself. Oh god, something down there. Is there... Did I see an enemy? I'm not sure if I did or not. I'm not sure if I saw something or that was just a trick of the eyes. Let me save again. I'm compulsively saving now. Like, anything touches me, I just die. Like, if an enemy looks at me, I die. Oh god, I don't like how there's so much... I don't like how there's so many places... Yeah, like, so many places where someone could just jump out and try to kill me. Oh god, oh god. Oh god, I can't see where I'm going. Is he still following me? I can't tell. Oh yeah, he is still following me. I could whip out my, Oh crap! Oh. Right. We were on the second floor. And I just fall off the side of the fucking cliff. Alright, well there's a guy down there. You know, turns out there's a guy down there. I think we could take him though. Like, if I use my bow and arrow, I think we'd have a chance. So yeah, in order to use my bow and arrow, I'm gonna need to throw down some torchlights. God, I can't throw. Alright. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw down some torches and try to use that so that we have some room to maneuver here. So whoop out my silver longbow. Whoop out my silver longbow. There we go. Oh, he's got a bow too. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. He is also a bow user, and I can't see where I'm going now. Okay. Yeah, see, my plan was like, alright, I got no health, I know, but I'll just bow strafe him, right? Yeah, then he whips out his own bow, and it's like, well, there goes that plan. So, okay. I guess for now, I guess for now we'll just leave the dungeon because I'm hungry, right? Like, we went through all of our rations. All I have is the meat that I cooked in the dungeon, so yeah, we should really just go back to town and resupply. We should probably just do that. Okay, just kind of checking to see if there's any loot that we missed, you know. Oh hey, I could loot this iron warhammer now because I'm not... Yeah, like, I have enough carry weight for it now, so why not? Alright. Save, and... got no meat to cook, but I could rest for a little while. Yeah, like, I could rest my, to get my health back up. There we go. So I'm still healthy. I still have food in me, right? You could do with a decent meal. Well, okay, I guess I'll eat food in a minute because it gives me a little fatigue back. And yeah, I mean, well, especially the way that I play it, it's a fantasy sandbox. I think vanilla Daggerfall is a little, it's a little more focused, but yeah, really, this is a fantasy sandbox. It's a fantasy life simulator, if you will. All right, let me put my weapon away. Don't want to make people nervous when I go into town. The cold is seeping into your bones. It is a freezing and foggy winter morning in the woodlands. Your casual cloak offers little warmth. So yeah, even though I've doubled up on cloaks, the path ahead stirs, but no one is visible. That means there might be someone out there. Okay, we need to go to the south if we want to get back to town. What time is it? It is 7 in the morning, so we're early. I love how you can hear like the wolves howling in the woods. I don't own a physical copy of Daggerfall. I do not. I do not. Because I never even knew about Daggerfall for a long time. But you know, the game is abandonware. So yeah. God, I like just take a moment. Like I can't take much of a moment because I'm freezing and my fatigue is going down and I don't want to die. But like just take a moment to soak in the atmosphere, right? Like look, it is a cold, foggy morning. It feels like it. And what do we got here? What do we got here? While traveling through the wilderness, you run into a group of adventurers. Hail, friend. Be sure to keep a watchful eye while on your travels. No telling who or what you might run into out here. After a small chat, you both part ways. I love random events. Look at that shit. Are they friendly? No, they're not. I see what you meant now. Oh god, look at that, they got a fucking wizard. Oh god. Oh god. I get it now. When they said, hey, you never know who you'll meet out here. Oh, you're robbing me. I see. I see. Oh god. I guess I got low intelligence. Alright, we need to get back into town. Like, oh shit, my fatigue. I can't run like this. If I run... Oh god, they're still chasing me. I can see them. But I can't run. Like, if I run, I'm gonna pass out. Oh no, I'm loading the city. But I gotta run, but I can't. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm gonna pass out and die in a second. Yeah, I think I'm about to die. I'm just waiting for it. Yeah, you drop to the ground, and you never wake up. Well, let's try that again. But I mean, Vexus, like, I mean, most DOS games came on disc, you know. like most DOS games that I've ever played, I mean, because I mean, I do own a lot of old games, and I did own games that were on DOS back in the day. A lot of them, I mean, a lot of DOS games, they ran on both DOS and Windows, and they came on CDs, you know? So the packaging for the average game didn't look all that different than now, except the major difference is that games came in really big, like they came in larger, thicker boxes that would have physical, you know, manuals and sometimes other goodies. Like a lot of, like especially for RPGs, a lot of RPGs back in the day, they would come with not only like a huge manual that was just full of lore and shit, right? Like not even game stuff, it was just like a lore book. But a lot of them would also come with maps and stuff. Like I have a cloth map for EverQuest. Like just like not paper even. It is a cloth, like it is an actual proper cloth map of the world of EverQuest. But yeah, no, a lot of other than just how much goodies you would get in the package. I mean, you know, they came on disc. I mean, some of the real old ones they would come on floppy disks, but by the time I was playing games, most of them were still disc based. So like, or you know, they were disc based at that point. So yeah, the boxes aren't that different, just thicker. And also, you know, I gotta be honest, I think a lot of people would. I mean, look at it like this, right? In this day and age, I mean, if you want to buy, like most people, if they just want to buy the game and they don't want to pay for the extras, like, you know, you can just download a game, you know, like on Steam or something, and you're just paying for the game and not any physical goodies. But I think one of the big reasons why physical game sales declined so hard is because like companies stopped putting any effort into it, and they just like, you know, they just sell you a box basically. Like I remember that there were games that I would buy, and a few years ago, and you'd get like the physical game box, but there was not even a disc in it, right? Just a code, right? Like a download code. So like no, not even a disc, not even a manual, just like literally you're just paying for a box with a code in it. And I think since that like that sort of shit is very standard now, I think a lot of people just don't, yeah, they don't care about physical copies anymore because of that. But imagine if you bought a game and it came with a lore book, right? Like if it came with a cool lore book, maybe an art book, you know, some supplemental material like a map, you know, like an actual physical map that isn't, you know, it isn't just a printout. Like stuff like that, people like people hold on to shit like that. They, you know, they put it like they put it on their wall. They put it on a display shelf, and it becomes part of your home. And people will pay money for that. So I feel like, yeah, bring back physical boxes if people want them, and actually fill them with goodies. And I think people would pay for that. Oh yeah, Vexus, I heard. I mean, I kind of see that's where I always thought it was going, is like, no, if the company doesn't like what you're doing with their product, they can just brick it remotely. I kind of felt like that's the dystopian future we were headed towards a few years ago, and you know, here we are. That's why I like my old ass games. All right, no one can brick me. Alright, so, okay, man, we didn't do great. We didn't do so hot. I think if I didn't get ambushed by those friendly travelers... Yeah, I think if we didn't get ambushed by those friendly travelers, I probably would have... I probably could have gotten to town okay, I think. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Alright, so I'm gonna, like, let's run a little ways and then, let's eat some meat. Eat the meat. That just gives me a little stamina back. I gotta say, my character, like, my character feels so frail, like, I can't even get to town without passing out from fatigue. Like my character actually really struggles to just like to just walk the very short distance from Privateer's Hold to Gothway Garden. Uh-oh. Never should have come here. Uh-oh. 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 Just keep moving. Just keep running. Don't stop. Just keep fucking running. Serpentine. Serpentine! Serpentine! Oh god. So it seems like there's just a friendly group of travelers that wants to take all your money, just between Privateer's Hold and town. If I can, okay, look, if I can get to town, right? If I can get into the general vicinity of town, I won't die when I pass out. All right, like I'll still pass out, but I won't die from it. Also, Vexus, oh man. The last Pokemon I played was X and Y. I liked those. Those were good. I thought they were good. But yeah, I haven't played in a while. Okay, we're in town now. So I think now we can give it a main save. Because if I pass out now, I shouldn't drop dead from that. I don't think. I think I'm okay. The cold is seeping into your bones. What time is it? 7:21. So I think we gotta loiter for a little bit until we can sell our wares. Yeah, you drop to the ground completely exhausted. You awaken an hour later. So yeah, we're not doing great, but we're not dying because of passing out right now. Okay, so the better shop is the Superior Supply Store. That one, at least last time, that one had better prices than the other shop, so I'll sell my goods there. Alright, let's save. Feels good to be back in town, though. Relative safety. Relative safety. And well, yeah, Vexus. We've said it many a times that, at least for me, the state of modern gaming is not so great, not so great. But at the end of the day, it is kind of on us as the gamers to, you know, not just, you know, don't just eat shit, you know. Like we kind of have to rise up on this one. Okay, so I can sell all of this stuff, that's good. But let me see. So, okay, the Iron Warhammer, the Steel Broadsword. I'm just hoping that something I found is worth anything. And see, look, you know, you'll get all excited because, oh man, look at that. The game says I'm gonna get that much money. You ain't getting that much money. But, you know, bigger number is better still. Alright, Steel Staff, Steel Light Flail, and the Elven Shortbow. Okay. And then let's sell our torches, especially the ones that are battered beyond recognition. I like to always keep at least 3 torches on hand, though. I think that's a good idea. And I can sell some of this meat off, too. And the evening gown, yeah, sell that, too. Alright. So, yeah, game says that he'll pay $700 for it, but, well, hold up. Hold up. How much is he actually? Yeah, 286. Take it and tell all your friends you cheated me. So the thing is, I feel like we could get a little bit better of a price, right? I feel like we could do a little bit better. So I'm gonna go and check out that third store. The third store over here is not really, like, I don't think it's that much better, but I think it's a little bit better than that one. Also, I never really noticed, but I like how there's a, yeah, I think this is because of one of my mods, but yeah, there's just a little Yeah, there's a little cemetery in Gothway Garden. I like that. It's a nice touch. Again, I think that is because of the mod that I have that overhauls cities and villages. I don't know. It's actually been a long time since I've looked at Gothway Garden, like vanilla Gothway Garden, right? I don't know if you hit Gothway Garden in your time with Daggerfall, Vexus, but yeah, I feel like its vanilla layout is significantly different from this, but again, it's been a long time since I've seen the vanilla town here. Okay, I think this is the... Or no, that's not the shop. That's the shop right there. I like how it's got like a little... There's like a little farm around this shop. I like it. Little farm, and look, they got this nice little bridge over here. I like that. I like the details on it. Alright, rusty relics lie wherever they were last tossed. All the wares show the cracks and chips of shoddy workmanship. A mouse scampers over your feet before burrowing into a nearby sack. So I'm hoping this guy will give me more money for things, but well, I don't know. With that description, I'm not so fucking sure. I'm not so sure I came to the right place. But let's see what I can get here. So I'll sell one of the meats, and then I think I sold all but 3 of my torches. So the other place would give me 200 and, was it 270, 290, something like that, right? So let's, we're selling the same amount of shit. Let's see what he gives me. 347, much better. Like that is a significantly better price. Okay, so I'll take it. Nice. So I have 755 coins now, which is enough to... That's enough to do some basic stuff, some very basic supply shopping, I think. Yeah, 755. It's, I mean, honestly, like we're getting close to being able to pay off the loan, but again, I'm not, like, honestly, I think fleshing out our character a little bit more and also staying on top of supplies, I think that's more important initially than that whole thing. Alright, you killed a rat and that was enough. You had your fill. I will say this. I think the game... I think that the game chose well to start the player in a dungeon. I mean, that is kind of how all Elder Scrolls games start. Like, starting in a dungeon is a good way just to test out and make sure that your character is functional before you invest too much time and get out into the world. But the honest truth is that I think honestly Daggerfall excels, especially with mods. I think it excels at the world, just, the feeling of the world and being out in it, like out in the wilderness, out in the cities and villages and interacting with NPCs. I think that's kind of where the real fun part of Daggerfall is for me. The dungeon crawling is fun too. I like that too, but I think that like if I had, if you asked me if I want to spend more time in a dungeon or more time in towns and wilderness, I'd rather spend my time in the towns and wilderness. I mean, okay, Vexus, I will kind of suggest this. I mean, yeah, like the pre-made classes, they're fine, they are absolutely fine, but I would suggest maybe going on to the UESP, the wiki for Elder Scrolls stuff. Just like Google Daggerfall classes, and it's probably the first thing that pops up, and you might want to take a look at that. Because it gives a more detailed rundown of exactly what each class does and like what the limitations are. Like the thing is that by the default classes, things like Knight and all of that, they're good, they're strong, but and they can use most equipment in the game, but they have like no magic pool at all. Like if you don't have any advantages for it, the default for magic is 50% of your intelligence. So like if you have 70 intelligence, then you only have 35 magic, which is nothing. Like if you're not playing a class that is kind of designed for using magic in some form, it's basically you're just never really going to use magic. And like especially as you get deeper into the game, you might regret not being able to use magic properly. Because magic isn't just about combat. Like there's mark and recall. Like there's this fucking teleportation. Like magic does a lot of shit. It's a lot of utility. But like the thing is, again, you can do fine and you can do whatever you want. It's just I think it's a good idea to know what you're getting into. And I mean, just looking at the wiki for Daggerfall to see what the classes do is a good idea. Because the game doesn't really do a good job of explaining that. Also, like making your own custom class is not hard. The game, like I went with a lot of default values for mine. And you don't have like, the skills and all that, you don't have to make them perfect because you can use all the skills no matter what. It's just what will, what'll affect leveling up. But like eventually when you get a bit of a feel, like making a custom class that, just is more generic, right? Like not to be overpowered, but just like my character here, right? She doesn't have any strengths, but she doesn't have any weakness. Like she's just middle of the road, right? A custom class like that is actually good for long-term play, so that you can just you can play the game however you want, and you can change your play style as you change your mind about what you want to do. But for the custom or for the vanilla classes, like for what the game just offers, I mean, going pure combat, totally fine, it works. But something like I always like Spell Sword. I think Spell Sword is, and I believe that's what it's called. I believe the Spell Sword is kind of that's a good jumping off point for getting into the game. Like, the thing about Spell Sword is it has a decent amount of hit points per level. Like, it's got like 12 hit points per level, which is, it's more than the other mage or mage rogue classes, but it's not as much as like a real fighter. And I think Spell Sword can wear chainmail. Like, I think they can wear up to chain, which is still pretty weak armor, but like it's something, it's all right. So Spell Sword is actually it's a comfortable class all around. Like it's decent at using magic, it's decent at fighting, it's very middle of the road, but not as it's not as middle of the road as if you made your own custom class, but it offers you a little bit of everything, so you can get a feel for all the parts of the game. So if you want a quick one to jump in with, I'd suggest that. All right, now let's see. I wanna test something here. So let me Well, first off, I guess we found out that they don't. Shops don't buy bucklers. They don't buy shields. So let's equip our elven boots again. I will say I'm very conflicted about whether or not I want to keep the sandals. If I can sell the sandals, I'd totally fucking sell them. I would sell them in a heartbeat. But the thing is they do let me carry a lot more than normal. Like, those sandals let me carry significantly more. And, okay, they are something that the shop will buy. Oh my. How much will they buy it for? 927 gold. That's almost full fucking price. So, okay, see, this is like, oh man, this is where you got to make those hard calls, right? So the thing is that those sandals, they let me carry like 20 kilos more than normal, and that is actually kind of a big deal. Like that's significant, but the thing is that we are in such desperate need of money. So as much as I want to hold on to those sandals, 927 gold at this point in time is way too tempting to pass up. Like I can't pass that up. I just can't pass that up. So I think I'm gonna sell the sandals and take my gold. So now I could, theoretically, I could pay off my debts. But I think getting our character sorted out is a little bit more important. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then whatever money we have left will go towards, you know, the get out of debt fund. All right. It's okay. We got that. So now we have 1,682 gold, which ain't half bad. And I hope that all that trade, I hope that maybe got our mercantile up. Like the more mercantile you have, the more personality you have too, the better prices you'll get, and making money will get easier. Like if you're a high, if you're very, it's funny, charisma isn't a thing yet, it's personality. But if you're a high personality, high mercantile character, you do get significantly better prices and things cost less, so it does make it easier. But yeah, Vexus, I wouldn't say you have to study the wikis or anything. I think the wiki for Daggerfall is very good to just get an idea of how things work, because the game really does not explain anything. So like it's one thing to say, oh, I want to be a knight, but it's like, well, okay, what limitations does the knight have? What are their actual stats even? And the game doesn't really tell you everything. Like it's kind of like think about some of the other classes that you can choose. Like what? Okay, what's the difference between a battle mage and a spell sword, right? What's the difference between a mage and a sorcerer? What's the difference between a nightblade and a bard? Like the game doesn't tell you these things. So looking at a wiki can help, but I would say if you want to save that until you're a little more immersed, the spell sword is it's a good choice. Like you can't go wrong with a spell sword, and I think most people, even the more hardcore, agree that spell sword is a good starter class. So you don't have to think too much about it. Spell sword has decent fighting capabilities. It has decent armor capabilities. Like it can't wear any of the real it can't wear any of the fighter stuff, but chain is enough to you can get by on that. And I think spell sword has either a 1.5 or a 1.7 multiplier on magic points, so they have a decent magic pool, and their ability to use magic is decent. Like a mage has a 2x multiplier, so if you have a 1.5 or a 1.7, yeah, it's not as good, but it's good enough to be a proper mage. So but you're not you're not married to the concept. A spell sword can be whatever you want it to be. So I would just say that is a good, I think that's a good balanced start. All right. It's okay. I need to resupply on some things. So let's see what kind of prices we can get here, and we do have to be a discerning shopper. So now that now that we have a moment, let's talk about shopping in Daggerfall. So look, in a lot of games, right? In a lot of RPGs, if you're in a town, it doesn't really matter where you go to shop, Like in a lot of games, like other Elder Scrolls games that have, say, multiple shops in the same city, I think Morrowind it might matter, but I think at least for Oblivion onwards, it doesn't really matter all that much. Like your personal stats are what matter. Most games that have shops, what matters is your character's skills and reputation and all that, and it's not about the shop. But in Daggerfall, every shop is different. Every shop has its own economy. So it's to kind of simulate that, you know, in this fantasy world here that we're living our simulated life in, fantasy life sim, if you will. You know, not all stores are doing good. Not all stores are run by fair and just individuals. Some stores are run down and shoddy with poor quality equipment. Some stores sell only the finest, but it's really expensive. Some stores are just, they're just run by assholes, so they'll charge you way more than they need to charge you, and they'll buy things for way less. Some stores are run by generous people that'll pay more for your goods. It's, So, when you go shopping in Daggerfall, you really do have to kind of take the time to look around and consider your options and to kind of familiarize yourself with how things work too. Like, see, now I know that in Gothway Garden, if I want to sell things, I sell it to this shop, the one on the far west, because it gives me the best prices. But now here's the thing, like, but how much do they buy for? Like, how much do they sell things for? Like, this shop might buy goods at a good price, but do they also sell goods at a good price? And that's what you got to test around for. So, okay, what do we got here? And also stores have multiple inventories. So, a horse is 3,000. Yeah, we can't afford a horse for a good while. A day gown. It looks nice. Rations, 160 coins. We got lots of pelts. I'd assume that's for crafting purposes. So I want to buy the rations. Apparently I'm buying a stack of... Am I buying a stack of 8 or... I think it's just 1. It's 1, but I guess you get 8 servings out of it. So if I were to buy that... Okay, so they'll sell it to me for 165 gold pieces, and I mean that's... So that's a little over the... It's a little over the recommended price. But we want to shop around. Now, okay, so like I just clicked on this, right? And we got this menu. But let's see, if I click on this one, it's the same. But then, let's see, if I go around to this side... Alright, it's the same still. If I go to this one, it's different. So yeah, so the thing is when you go shopping in stores here, not only do you have all those economic factors, but like every shelf that you examine is a different thing, you know? Like this shelf has a different inventory than this shelf and this shelf. Like it's not just one inventory. You're like, the idea is that you are actually physically browsing the wares of the shop. So we got some books, got some apples, oranges, some more rations. Oh my god, that loincloth, that's just a fucking bikini right there. That's just a bikini. What else we got? An iron daikatana. So, you know, the funny thing is no one seems to sell cold weather clothes, which is unfortunate. So there's a forging set. I believe I can use the forging set to craft if I want to. But it costs a lot of gold, so not really something I can get into yet. There's wagon parts, so when you get a wagon, the wagon can take damage from going off-road, and you're gonna have to go off-road to go to dungeons, so if you want, if you want to, to go off-road with your wagon, you need to have some spare parts to fix your wagon. Think Oregon Trail. Alright, so, okay, nothing I really want with all that. Got some boots. A lantern! I could use that, actually. A lantern would be very handy for my travels. But you need oil for a lantern, and yeah, I don't really see any oil that I can buy here. So a lantern with no oil is kind of, you know, not a lot to do with that. Not a lot to do with a lantern with no oil. Alright, so, well, we looked at some of the goods, and the main thing is rations. So at 160, they would sell me the rations for 165, which is, I think that's very fair, but we want to look around and make sure that we're not getting ripped off, right? So let's go over to Dr. Mortister's, and let's see if he has, let's see if he has anything, you know, like, if he offers goods for a little bit less, maybe. Right? And, okay, so I know a lot of people would probably hate this, right? Like, I can already imagine in my head this imaginary human being that's like, oh man, you gotta go to multiple stores and look around multiple shelves and all these price differences, and oh, that's so tedious. But, like, to me, I love it. It's like, this is fantasy life simulation, right? Like, this is the difference. This is what it means. Okay, so this shop is better appointed than many. Its wares lie neatly on the shelves, though not fit for a king, all are skillfully crafted. So this store is overall better quality. But that also means they don't buy things for as much, but do they sell things for, like, what are their selling prices? Ooh, an Eudoric. Looks fancy. I'm on the lookout. Oh, we got a formal cloak here. Formal cloak is what I need to not freeze to death. So I think no matter what, I might want to buy that. But we're looking for, primarily we're looking for rations. Oh, they've got lots of formal cloaks. That's good. Okay, so we have rations. This is a smaller ration set. It's only 7, but it's for 140. Do they have any 8-piece sets? Looks like they might not. They got bandages though. Okay, so let's see how much it costs to buy 140 worth of rations here. Oh my god! 256 gold pieces! Are you... So, okay, see, that right there? That's the difference between being a smart shopper in Daggerfall and just being the casual gamer, right? So at the other place, I could get 8 rations for 165 gold. Here, they're willing to sell me 7 rations, so like less rations, right? For way fucking more. Like they're charging like almost double as much gold as it's worth. It's just a ripoff. It is just a fucking ripoff. Now that said, I think I'd still maybe want to buy their cloak. Like I need a cold weather cloak. 46. So they're much okay. You know, that's funny. They're very fair with the formal cloak price, but not the other one. So, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna load. I'm gonna load up in the other shop. We're gonna buy their ration pack, and then we'll go to this other store and we'll yeah, we'll go to the other store then and buy the other goods that we need. All right, so I wonder if the tights. I'm wondering if the tights would be... They can't be that... I feel like tights probably aren't all that good for, like, cold weather. They can't be, right? Alright, so let me buy my ration pack for 165 coins. Alright. So I got me some fresh rations. The water skin, we can fill the water skin up at the tavern, so we don't have to worry about buying a new one. It'll, like, they'll refill that as just part of your meal at the tavern. I mean, while we're here, I mean, I don't need the meat. I can make more meat in the dungeon. So I'll sell that for 48 gold so I get some of my money back. Yeah, there we go. I get a little bit of my ration money back. And this guy says he can repair stuff, so I do need repairs on my silver longbow. I like, my silver longbow is about to break. I really need to get that repaired. So now you can see it'll take 1 day. It will take 1 day to get that repaired, and it looks like it'll cost me 272. Which, you know, that ain't great, but we need to get it fixed. And I haven't... Like, if I could find another silver longbow, then that would be one thing, but I haven't found one yet, and this silver longbow, I believe that can hurt skeletons and ghosts and stuff. Like, it's a weapon we can use to hurt certain magical and undead creatures, so... You kind of want to have that weapon. So, yeah, we'll get it repaired. Alright, first class supply store prides itself on having the lowest prices. Oh god, like, as we're now kind of dealing in weapons and armor, and he's like, my price can't beat, like, my first thought is, oh god, that one merchant in Dragon's Dogma, in the first Dragon's Dogma. That one merchant that's, like, every time you talk to him, it's just the same line, like, you know, the master works all, you can't go wrong. I just picture this guy saying that. But also pleasant surprises. He's willing to repair my equipment, or he's willing to repair my bow for 140 gold pieces. That's significantly cheaper than I thought. No, okay, you know, while we're here, do I have anything else that's really, like, beaten and broken up? Armor's not as important. You know, you got to get your armor repaired eventually, but it's not as big of a deal as your weapons, because your weapons break, you're in for a bad time. But my elven dagger. So my elven dagger is, you know, it's not the best weapon, but it's elven, right? It's elven, so it's worth something, and yeah, it's in worn condition, which isn't, like, worn condition isn't the worst, but it's not great either. So let's see if he'll repair that. There we go. So it didn't make the cost go up significantly. So it'll take 1 day for him to repair my dagger, and it'll take 2 days for him to repair my silver longbow. That's fine. And you might say, but 2 days, 2 days. I mean, we can just chill in town for a little bit. Like, yeah, you know, we can. Yeah, we could just chill in town. Then again, to be fair, my elven dagger it's not nearly as badly damaged as the bow, and like, worn is still, I can still get quite a bit of use out of it. So, yeah, I guess we'll just have the bow repaired for now. Okay, so the bow is now being repaired. Oh, my camping equipment is about broken, too. I might want to get more camping equipment. Did they even have any available for sale here? They might not. They might not. Oh, here we go. Camping equipment. So camping equipment is also not exactly cheap. It is not exactly cheap. But I mean, the good thing is we can sell the old camping equipment off. We can do that. Oh, wait a second. I just realized. Wait a second. I think they might buy my... I think this store might actually buy some of my my miscellaneous. Oh, look at this! It's all selectable, so I think they'll buy. I think they'll. Oh no! Wait! Right. You don't sell things here. You only buy. For a second, I was thinking, wait, can I sell these? No, I can't. It's just how the menu's laid out. Because yeah, like if I select this, yeah, it doesn't do anything. I could also try and steal shit too, but we pay for our goods for now. Okay, yeah, I'll buy the camping equipment, 165 gold. So yeah, all that gold is not lasting a long time, but it's okay. These are long-term purchases. These are things we need. Okay, so I can sell my old pack. So this is the new camping equipment. Let's sell the old one off. Alright, so he's not gonna buy it for a whole lot. Yeah, only 28 gold. But I mean, it's something, right? It takes the edge off from our purchase. Okay, so we've got us a fresh sack of rations, a fresh camping equipment roll. This is all good things. Now, let's move on to our next purchase. So now we're gonna go over here. And, yeah, it was pretty safe to go this way. Though I think let's do a quick save. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna buy a winter cloak. All right, we're gonna buy a winter cloak so that we don't freeze to death both outside and in the dungeons. And then we're not gonna have a whole lot of money left, but I think with the remainder of my money, I want to buy some spells. Well, first off, we're gonna have to join the Mages Guild. So I'm gonna join the Mages Guild, and then we're gonna buy some spells. Nothing fancy, just basic shit. And then we'll see how much money we have left, but probably we're gonna want to take that money back to the bank and we're gonna need to stay at the tavern too. We're gonna need to rent a room at the inn, and yeah, we'll probably stay there until my bow is fixed. Once that's all done, we won't have a ton of money left over, but we should. Yeah, we won't really have much left over, but I think that'll conclude our town business, and then we can go back out into the dungeon again. And I know we're going to Privateer's Hold a lot, but well, if I can't find a quest, I'll when I'm at the tavern, I'll look and see if there's anyone offering a quest, and if anyone has a quest that I can do, I'll do it. If it's in the local area, that is. And yeah, we'll see what we can do for money. But I think with the 1,297 gold we have still, we're off to a good start. Ooh, these some long boots. Yeah, tall boots. Alright, but I'm looking for a cloak. Okay, we got a nice blue formal cloak there. Before I buy it, do they have any other cloaks, or is that it? I think that's it. Okay, let's buy it. Like, look at how heavy that thing is. That replaces one of our casual cloaks too. So I'll go ahead and sell. Yeah, I'll go ahead and sell this other casual cloak. But I'll sell it. You got to sell it to the merchant. Oh, he'll give me a whopping 1 gold for it. Hot damn. Alright, so I got a cloak now. I can look at that, I can pop it up. Oh yeah. I love how my character now wearing this They've got a helmet, and they're wearing two cloaks, a helmet, and then they pop this up, and you can barely see them under there. But I should be better insulated against the cold now. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, well, I'm inside right now, so I'm not going to be shivering inside. Okay, so the nearest tavern, like, I want the tavern we go to be kind of close to, you know, like, it should be close to the actual, to the shop where my bow is. It is a cold and foggy day in the woodlands, but do you notice what was different there? I'm not shivering anymore. Yeah, I'm like when it gives me the description, it doesn't say, you know, it's cold and foggy in the woodlands, making you shiver. Yeah, no, I'm not shivering now. So now that I have now that I have this nice, very cozy looking fur cloak, no longer is Shalina freezing. She's not at risk of just, you know, dropping dead from the cold. That's good. All right, so the inn is right over here. It's look at that quaint ass little inn. It's just it's a nice little inn on the edge of town. I like that. All right. Ooh, like the music in here. So we need to rest for a day. So it's 9:33. Yeah, like we should go back to the shop at sometime after 9 o'clock on the next day. All right, but you know what? I always love just looking around, right? Because every tavern is just a little different. So like this is a tiny one, right? This is a very tiny tavern. But like they have a red-eyed demon woman over here. I don't know. She looks like she's dressed a little light for the weather. We have our innkeeper. And what's like this ooh, look at that. So this inn, it's like an underground inn. I really like the look of this. Like, I really like how this is laid out. So yeah, like the inn is in the basement, and you have a couple of people down here. Again, a man who looks very not appropriately dressed for the weather. Oh, I love how this looks. Like, look at that. There's a cat, first off. So you have a little inn room right there on the bottom floor, and then, like, there's like a balcony, right? There's like an indoor balcony here with like hanging potted plants and everything. And then a ladder, and I guess you, like, yeah, there you go. You climb up the ladder. How do I climb off? Okay, but yeah, look. Oh, you climb up, and there's a nice little bed up here. Like, this is actually a surprisingly complex layout. I like it. Am I gonna take damage falling down? No. Okay. But yeah, I really like the layout of that whole thing right there. Like how they have some jars on a little shelf over the entrance. Like this is a surprisingly complex layout. It most certainly has to be from my mods. Also, hey there, Sito. We're just kind of doing our thing. Not too eventful. Just living our Daggerfall life to its best. My bow is in the shop for repairs right now. Oh god, Sito, the reference. I'm trying to think on this one. I'm trying to think on it. It sounds familiar, but it's not coming to me right now. Oh. The cuts are too deep. All right, let's get a room and some food here too. I mean, first let's get some food. Oh boy, they've got the finest gruel here. You're too full. Oh. Like I found a pair of magic sandals in the dungeon. So right now I am currently splurging on the 1,000 gold that I got from that. And I know we should be paying our debt to the bank, but why do that when you could celebrate a little? So let's go ahead and rent a room. I'd like to rent the room for a full day. Yeah, I'd like a full day. Actually, you know what? 2 days. Give me 2 days. 35 gold pieces. That's nothing. That ain't nothing. We're good for it. So I can stay here for 2 days. All right. Let's go ahead and rest until fully healed. 6 hours. My medicinal, mercantile, stealth, climbing, and running have all gotten better. You stifle a yawn. I think my character is still a little bit sleepy. All right, but we have to advance time to the next day because my bow's in the shop. So, I mean, look, let me go down and let's have some more food. We're just gonna chill for a day. Ooh, oh my god, the menu changed. Is this the dinner? Oh my, wait, hold up. I think this is the dinner menu. Oh my god, yes, this is the dinner menu. Oh my god, I never realized it before. That is such a goddamn detail. But like when we were here earlier, we were in the morning and they only offered like gruel and like bread and cheese, right? And I'm like, wow, that's pretty limited. But now they offer pork sausage, cheese pork schnitzel, hare and garlic sauce, Highland rabbit stew. So like now we're on to the dinner menu. So I love that. I love that inns they have breakfast and dinner menu. Like they have menus that change based on the time of day. That is a crazy detail. They definitely didn't, like, they could have literally just given you one big menu with everything available. But no, they give you, they rotate the menu out. Oh man, Sito. You know, I was very, I don't know, I was a little sus just looking at Metaphor, but I keep hearing people say such good things about it, so eventually, when, you know, the price comes down, I'll give it a shot. As I always do. But I mean, also, I still have Persona 5 Strikers to play through, which I'm enjoying that. I still want to get Persona 3 like, I got Persona games to play. And then I also just have a bunch of other games to play too. But eventually I do want to get around to it, and I'll see what all this is about. Alright, let me get some pork sausages. Alright, so yeah, I'm just free to rest here, so let's see, it's 17 o'clock right now. So let's rest for like trying to think. We want it to be like 9 o'clock the next day. That's gonna take a few hours. Let's rest like 12 hours. We're gonna be resting in the inn a lot. Oh, Sito. I mean, I will say it does bug me a little bit that, yeah, like Strikers doesn't take into account the many things that happened over the course of your, you know, all the choices that you made in Persona 5. Like, not only that, but everyone has their starter Pokemon still. Like, which if you think about it, right? So, like, all the characters, they still have their initial persona. So, that means that canonically, right? Canonically, that would have to mean that Joker never max ranked anybody. So basically, Joker just never got, like, it's saying that what is canon is that Joker never got close to anyone. He was just a sociopath psycho from start to finish. Which honestly kind of checks out. That actually checks out. But also, no Kawakami. No Kawakami! Alright, let's rest a little bit longer. Again, till my bow is ready. So my character is now very well rested. We are very well rested. We got water and all that. That's cool. But let's buy some more food. Give me that bread and cheese. I am invigorated. And I think my water skin is full again. So I got full rations, full water, fresh camping gear. I've got like I'm fully rested. I got a nice warm cloak and everything. I'm doing great. Okay, so before we head out into the world, let's just take a look and see if anyone here offers quests, right? Well, I mean, let's start with the suspiciously dressed woman over here, right? That's a face, all right. By the Arch Druid, it's you. What is it? Any news? Don't spread this around, but Mirkwasa and Dragontail are working together. Okay. I could buy them an ale. Lady Brisiena. Okay, no meaning. Where am I? You are in the Dwarf and Huntsman in Gothway Garden. The Dwarf and Huntsman. Okay. I mean, maybe Wood Elf, right? Like, I'm trying to think, like, what is she with those eyes? And I think Wood Elves have eyes like that too, don't they? I mean, at least it honestly kind of changes from game to game, but they have eyes like that. I think. Like, my character is a high elf, right? And she doesn't have eyes like that. Well, I think, I mean, I know red eyes are characteristic of the Dunmer, but I think I'm pretty sure Wood Elves in Elder Scrolls, I'm pretty sure they can have just those huge one color eyes. It's just they can have multiple colors, right? Like, it could be red or green or blue or whatever. I think. It's been a while. Also, hey there, experiments. I feel like somebody comes in, somebody comes in and this is the screen. It's like, it's one of those moments, you know, where suddenly the door opens behind me. Are you winning, son? No, don't look at the monitor, Dad. And look, and we're not even in we're not even in a room that's full of just naked people. Let me see. Oh yeah, names are usually a good indicator. They're Gwenane Mastersley, which, to be fair, we're in Daggerfall, so you could assume that NPCs, no matter what race they are, you could assume that they maybe adopt Daggerfallian names, or, you know, Breton-themed names, you know, to better fit in. But Gwenane, yeah, that just sounds like a Breton name, but again, we're in Daggerfall, so, you know, it could just be a little bit of adaptation. Alright, well, let's look around. I'm looking for quests. Also, let's save, because I'm in such good health right now. So what about you, loincloth bikini adventurer? It's Christissa Masterford. Okay, well, she doesn't have anything for me. Somebody gotta have a quest. What about Naked Man? Dunastair Hearthcroft. Nope. What about the suspicious-looking vagrant over here? Death be damned! It's you! So no one here has a quest for me. I wonder, where is work? Not a good time to be unemployed, I fear. Damn, damn economic crisis hitting Daggerfall. It's those imperial tariffs again. All right, let's go over to the shop and pick my bow up. I need my bow back. Yeah, I mean, I guess again, what I can think is that maybe characters would just adopt a Breton-sounding name in Daggerfall. That would make sense to me. I did give this to him, right? Oh yeah, there we go. Done. All right, I'll take my bow back. All right. It's in brand new condition. Sweet. Okay. Do the shop inventories refresh? I'm just looking to see if maybe they got some better goodies. I don't really see anything. And they do have some nice looking clothes here, though. I like all of it. I kind of like that green long shirt. Kind of like that, but we don't want to blow all of our money, right? It's tempting to just start buying shit, but we do have to think about, we need we need to get some magic spells. That's one thing we really need. Though I am tempted to like get her a dress or something, just like, so like I don't know, just something so she looks neater, right? But I guess this is fine. But like, I don't know, how does this look? Honestly, that looks pretty cool. I'd say that looks neat. And it doesn't cost a lot. It would replace the long shirt. But I actually kind of like the way that looks. And also a lot of the pants, like let's be real, a lot of the pants, the way that they look in the game, they clip horribly with your armor. So to avoid clipping and all of that, or layering, right? To avoid bad layering, honestly, wearing robes and dresses and stuff like that, it kind of covers up a lot of stuff. So it's maybe the way to go. So all right, I can buy that. It's only 3 gold. I mean, for 3 gold, why not, right? Let's get a better look at the character now. So, okay. Honestly, I think this meshes better with it meshes better with the armor and all that. Okay, I was just seeing if there's, middle clicking to see if there was an alternate model. Not for this one. But yeah, I think that actually kind of works out pretty good, and it fits for a high elf adventurer that also uses some magic, so it kind of fits. Alright, well, let's get our heavy-ass cloak on, our second cloak. Alright. So, okay, our weapon is repaired, our good weapon is repaired. We are fashionable, we have a nice cloak to keep warm in the winter. I'd say we're good. I think our business in town is concluded. Also, I want to check something real quick. Like, how tall... I'm actually so curious, how tall is my character actually relative to the average Daggerfallian? So, like, side by side, they're about the same height. Yeah, she's a high elf. She's a high elf, and, I mean, it looks like she's roughly the same height as this guy. Okay. I like the third... look, there is no practical reason for it, but I like the third person... I like the third person camera just to kind of... to get a bit of an idea of scale for your character. It's literally just the paper doll in the 3D world, but like... It helps to get a sense of scale. Alright, so we're clothed, we have all the supplies we need. Now let's look for a Mages Guild. Uh, so there's the Fighters Guild, the Temple. The Mages Guild, like, it's gotta either be... It has to either be that or that. I could ask some civilians, but there's only two options. And then again, there's a civilian right here. Uh-oh, a page steps forward. Letter for you, Shalina Spellthar. He hands you a note. So this would be the main storyline calling for me, I think. The Princess of Wayrest, Brisciana, Lady Magnesson. Yeah, so she's gonna... Yeah, she'll take a room at the inn, the Restless Dagger in Fontwick of Daggerfall, for a month. And after that, she will no longer be available. So we've got a month from now. So right now, it is the 14th of Morning Star. I have no idea what the names of the months are, but it's the 14th of Morning Star. So we have until, I guess, roughly the 14th of the next month. So I guess keep that in mind, but I mean, I'm probably not gonna do it, let's be real. Like, I'm probably not gonna do the main quest, alright? But I'll try and, I'll try and make it on time. A foe has caused a villager to panic and run. Halt! You are under arrest for pickpocketing! Oh, shit. Oh, God. I accidentally pickpocketed that guy. Accidentally. Because I'm in steal mode. I'm in steal mode. Oh, Sito. You and your 100%ing. And me, like, I will sit comfortably at 95% completion. Just sit on it. Also, I love how there's blood on the ground here. So clearly even though I loaded my save and I'm no longer a criminal, like, because it's a mod feature, yeah, there's still blood on the ground. I love that. Man, I love... Like, I know that it's probably, like, it's a lot of my mods, you know, I have lots of mods to overhaul the look and feel of the game, but, like, with those mods and all of that, like, man, it actually, like even a little village like Gothway Garden, it looks so nice, right? It feels immersive more than anything. Like, this feels like the proper scale of an actual village, and like, it feels very practical and real how everything is laid out, you know? Like, yeah, there's a little farm, tons of houses, you know, chimneys going in the winter. There's fields with crops planted, large. Like, this is a proper field too. Like, I just love it, love all of it. And that town music. Snow, the cloudy skies, the sparse birds just kind of, you know, occasionally flapping by. I love it. Okay, so I think this is the Mages. Yeah, this looks like a Mages Guild. It's got the little symbol and everything. This lock has nothing to fear from you. Well, I don't want to lockpick it. What time is it? I guess mages don't get up before 10 or something. Yeah, I guess mages don't wake up before noon or something. Okay, well, let me wait. Let me wait a little bit. So I don't think I can rest out here. I just want to loiter for like an hour. Oh, Sito. Yeah, I guess you can only go, you got to go 100% of the journey. You can't just stop 95% of the way. Alright, so here we are in one of Daggerfall's many halls of knowledge, the Mages Guild. Alright, well, I guess I need to join the Mages Guild, and, my character ain't no wizard, right? She ain't no wizard, but honestly, with that dress, she's starting to look the part. So, join the guild. Okay, you're worthy. As an apprentice, you can use the Spellmaker and get training in any of the guild's skills. Later, you will become eligible to use the library, buy magical items, and even make your own. And I think, yeah, like rank 8, you can teleport. Then henceforth, you will be known as Shalina Spellfar, apprentice of the Mages Guild. It will take patience and hard effort to gain access to all the guild offers, my child, but I can now give you access to our trainers and our Spellmaker. Too much power in too little time has destroyed many a man and woman. The Mages Guild is nothing if not conscientious. That's funny. That's funny. The Mages, like, at least in like the later games, the Mages Guild is the most irresponsible guild. But hey, okay, maybe they're legit now, right? Maybe they're actually legit this time. Oh man, they got Purple Saurus. They got Purple Saurus Rex Kool-Aid. Alright, so I think he'll give me quests, I believe. Yeah, I can talk or get quests in a minute maybe, but let's look around. What does the guild offer here? We have a globe. So he offers training. Ooh, I like her. I like her orb.gif. So she will identify objects for me, which if I had those magic sandals, I guess I could have gotten the magic sandals identified so that I know what they do. I guess that's how that works. So, okay, I can't access the library, I'm not high enough rank. Alright. I love the scale of this place. It's got a great scale to it. And let's see, who are you? Okay, I'm not high enough rank, but he sells magical items. Good to know. And this guy. Okay, I can buy spells from him, and I do need to buy spells so that, like, if anything, I need to buy spells so that I can train, I can actually train my magical skills. So there's a lot we can buy. I could make my own too, but I think just buying spells is a good way to start. So nothing, like, we don't want anything too expensive. We've got Chameleon. So the magnitude, well, the duration is 3 + 1 per 1 levels. I would assume that duration is in rounds, which is like 5 or 6 seconds. Let's round down and say it's every 5 seconds. So that'd be like 15 + 1, or 15 seconds plus 5 seconds a level. That ain't bad. Like, as far as durations go, at level 3, I guess at level 3 I would get 30 seconds. That'd be like 30 seconds worth of Chameleon. And the magnitude is 1. It's 1 magnitude plus 1 per level. So I guess that would be 4 magnitude. I guess that'd be 4 for me. So it makes the target very difficult to see. Target will remain so for 3 rounds plus, yeah, okay. If target attacks something, Chameleon spell is aborted. Now, I think, like, I'm trying to think how Chameleon works here. I think it makes you that much harder to hit. or maybe it helps you to sneak by that much. I'm not exactly sure what chameleon means in this context. I honestly, I always forget what the difference between chameleon and invisibility is in Elder Scrolls games in general. But I know, like, usually the difference is that you can still attack while you're in chameleon, but clearly not here. So it has to be like the difference between stealth and avoidance or something. Hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, well, you gotta be lucky to even get a chameleon spell in an Elder Scrolls game, but... Alright, so the thing is, I gotta watch out... Oh, the cost of these spells. So, like, it says 182. Oh, that's not the cost. That's how much, I think that's how much magic it costs. The gold cost is, oh god. Alright, buoyancy. That would give me water walking. That's so water walking is that's a pretty important one, actually. It'll keep you from falling into an ice lake or something. So duration is 1 + 1 per level. So very short duration, but it would be enough to like walk over a frozen lake or something. So alright, I'll get buoyancy. It's only 19 gold. It's good that they haggle. Oh no, I missed it. Oh no. Me can no reference in the moment. So okay, I gotta think. I have over 100 magic, but I don't, like, my character's never gonna have a lot. Let's see. Fenric's Door Jam. Feet of Notorgo. Feet of the Torgo. Fireball. You can't go wrong with a good old fireball. Come on now. Force Bolt. God, these spells, not only do they cost a lot, but they use so much magic. Like, I'll never have that much magic. Free action. Cures the target of paralysis for 1 round, plus 1 round for every 1 level of the caster. Huh. I mean, I guess I'll buy it because it doesn't cost much, right? Like, it barely costs anything, so why not buy it? But the problem with a spell like this, and I mean, honestly, it's a problem with a lot of spells in Elder Scrolls, is that you don't have party members. Karma Chameleon, oh god. My brain, like, I know that, but like, my brain is blanking. This has to be something I have not thought about in a very long time. I know there's some music-related stuff with that, but I'm also trying to think, like, what are the other reference? I remember Chameleon from the Xanth novels. How about that? Alright, so yeah, okay, the problem with something like free action is, okay, you can cure paralysis, but you don't have party members. So, like, if you get paralyzed, you can't cure yourself because you're paralyzed. So what does this even do? If you had a party member, then I'll cure my party member's paralysis, but you don't have that. Disintegrate. Causes target to oh my god, I did not know any Elder Scrolls had a spell like this. Like, this is a D&D spell. Like this is I think you can really see the Dungeons and Dragons roots in Arena and Daggerfall. Like, I think you can really see those roots a lot stronger than you can in later games, because yeah, this is just straight up a D&D spell. And it works like a D&D spell with a chance to just insta-kill. Oh, okay. So Chameleon is, I mean, it's functionally like invisibility. I mean, I kind of know that if you, yeah, like if you get 100% chameleon, I mean, so really all it is it's a stealth booster. Like if you don't have 100% chameleon, it's basically just kind of boosting your stealth level a little bit, basically. And then if you have 100%, then you're just, yeah, like you're just invisible, but with extra perks. But it's harder to achieve that, theoretically. Got a fatigue damage spell. So, I mean, I do need a heal spell. I need a heal. Okay, now this is the most worthless spell. Heals target's health. Target will heal 1 to 10 points of health, plus 5 to 5. So here's the problem. Okay, I knew it was a musical thing, Sito, but I couldn't remember, and God, I can't, like, Culture Club, I don't even remember them. It's one of those things that, like, that's gotta be something I haven't heard in a very long time. So I had the faintest whiff of a memory in my brain, but I couldn't place it. But yeah, I see a spell like this, and it's like this kind of, like, I understand why this is here. It's here because this game is kind of D&D rooted, and you know, you just have D&D stuff in there, right? Like, but you don't have party members. Now, okay, there are mods. There are mods that you can get that will allow you to recruit party members and also to conjure summons. Like, I have a mod that adds a conjure Atronach and conjure imp spell, and I think one other summon too. So, you know, with mods you can get some summoned pets and companions, but that's not a vanilla feature of Daggerfall. But these spells are a vanilla feature of Daggerfall. So it's just so weird to me that they'd give you heal other spells when there's literally no one to heal. That's such a strange one. And hey there, Burn. Most of our day today has just been shopping. We've been doing a lot of shopping in Daggerfall. Now I'm shopping for spells, but I'm just trying to get my I'm trying to get my character's finances in order, and to get our supplies in order too. Oh, I could get a spell of jumping. That sounds moderately useful. Yeah, it's the mall episode today. Ooh, we got Magica Leech, continuous damage spell points. So that causes spell points to be damaged. Target will lose 1 to 15 spell points every round, plus 1. So it drains. Like, I wish that was you drain magic and then feed it back into yourself, but none of that here. None of that here. Alright, so I might get the jumping light. Mage light. Mage light is always a goodie. So, bright light source created around the target. Wait, around target. Light will remain for 1. So I think what that means is it's like you throw out a light source, right? I think that means you throw down a light source, which that could be useful as an alternative to using a torch. But there's got to be another spell we can get. I don't want to get into spell making just yet. The spell making system is pretty awesome. Like, I will say this game has a very nice and robust spell crafting system. I really like it, but I don't really want to get into it just yet. Like, I just want to get some pre-made spells to flesh out my repertoire to start. So Levitate. Levitate is, it's just a good utility spell all around. But I don't know that I can really make good use of it. Not yet, anyway. Recall. Teleport. Teleports the caster to a chosen location. The caster must cast the spell in the designated location initially. Then we'll be able to teleport there later. Each casting will allow the caster to change the target's location of the spell. So, I've actually never had a mage strong enough to use this in Daggerfall. But my understanding is, well, yeah, you cast it once, right? So like you cast it once, and that that marks a location, and then you cast it again, and then that sends you back to the location. And I'm not sure what the range on that is. I assume that it's just wherever. So like you could in a dungeon you could mark and recall the entrance of the dungeon to get back to it. I wonder if that works in the open world. Like, could I, for instance, mark a town, or like maybe mark the outside of a dungeon or a village or something, and then recall to it from, the other side of Daggerfall, right? I'm kind of curious. If it works that way, then this would be an incredibly useful spell. Like this would be a game-changing spell. So I gotta, like, I would seriously consider this one. It's just, it costs 70 magic and it costs 280 gold, so I can't really afford it right now. Not really. But that's one we might want to get at some point. Oh yeah, burn. Literally, there are dungeons in Daggerfall that are larger than some whole ass games. Like some of the dungeons in Daggerfall get ridiculously large. I think maybe excessively so. But like dungeon crawling in Daggerfall is an adventure all its own. I mean, the thing is, here's the thing, right? Like, how much of Daggerfall have any of us actually seen? Because I'm being honest, most of the times when I play Daggerfall, especially how I play it, like, I don't actually get that far. Like, I don't travel beyond the starting province, and I tend to go to the same places because they're familiar and comfortable. Like, I would, like, there are whole, like, I would honestly say I haven't even been to most of the provinces in the game. And I certainly haven't done all the dungeons in them. Oh god, like 100% Daggerfall. Well, see you guys in 20 years. Though, you know what might be fun? Especially with mods. Like, especially with some mods that add, more features to the game's world, and, add random encounters and stuff. I think what might be really fun to do is a road trip Daggerfall. Like, basically, let's say, your start point is, your start point is Privateer's Hold, but then make it so that you gotta do a round trip from Privateer's Hold to the furthest point you can possibly go to the west, and then like roundabout and go as far as you can to the east, and basically travel from one end of Daggerfall to the other with no fast travel at all. Like, not even just the accelerated time travel that I have, but like no fast travel at all in any form. just your feet or your horse, right? I feel like that alone would be a project that would take you quite a lot of real life time. just Daggerfall road trip. Well, I mean, Daggerfall manages to be so big because the world is procedurally, like, it was procedurally generated. Like, no one hand sculpted Daggerfall except for a few locations. Like, some of the locations in Daggerfall are handmade, but for the most part, like, the world itself and even all the cities and everything, they're all, like, they were just procedurally generated. That's why a lot of the game also looks very samey and not too unique, but mods have really stepped up to kind of alleviate that. Like there's a lot of mods now that overhaul how the towns and villages look, how the wilderness looks, how it generates even. Like mods have really stepped up to make the rather copy paste world of Daggerfall feel much more alive and unique. But yeah, they did it because it's all just generated. Which, funny enough, I mean, like, that's Minecraft, right? Like, they Minecrafted it, but like 20 years before Minecraft. Yeah, no, some of the dungeons are impossible because there's just no, like, yeah, there's not really like they're broken, right? Not that many, and there are fixes too. Again, this is where mods come in, because there's not that many dungeons that are actually broken. Most of the dungeons work fine, but there are mods that actually, like, they fix the broken dungeons that people have found. The modding community has really stepped up when it comes to Daggerfall. But anyway, let me see, what else can I buy? Shadow for what the fuck is Shadow? Like, this is not a spell in any other Elder Scrolls game. Shadow causes the target to meld into normal shadows. Target will remain so for 1 round plus 1 round for every level. Okay, if the target attacks something, shadow spell is aborted. So like, wait, so you do this to the target. Okay, the target is yourself. Okay, so you do it to the so you melt into the shadows. Huh. You meld into normal shadows. I mean, to me that sounds like I don't know, that sounds like chameleon, right? That sounds like a chameleon spell. Except it only works in the dark. Is that what that, like, is that like invisibility, but it only works at night or in dungeons? That'd be kind of wild. Yeah, I mean, it does. It sounds, that very much so sounds like that sounds like a thief kind of thing to me. Definitely burn. And it's kind of fun just to look at some of these spells, and like so many of these spells just don't exist anymore in Elder Scrolls, you know? Like, the thing is that from Arena and Daggerfall to Morrowind, like, just between those two games, we lost a lot of spells. And then between Morrowind and Oblivion, we lost spells. And then between Oblivion and Skyrim, we lost spells. Like the number and variety of spells in Elder Scrolls games, it just keeps going down. Alright, let's see. So Shalador's Mirror is a spell reflect. Oh, okay, so it reflects incoming spells back at the caster. I don't think that's a thing anymore in Elder Scrolls, right? Like, I don't think reflect spells are a thing anymore. Let's see. A sleep spell, which it's funny, it's called sleep, but all it does is it damages fatigue. Which I'm not even sure, can you kill, like, can you kill things like that? I don't, like, do the mobs even have fatigue? Like, I don't even know if the mobs actually take fatigue damage or not. I honestly don't know. I feel like they don't, because I've never, like I've never seen a monster just stop moving or anything like that. Yeah, burn. Like, people get on, they really get on Oblivion, and especially, like, I think especially Skyrim, they get on it for dropping a lot of spells and mechanics, but yeah, no, like, Morrowind is technically what started that, but, I mean, to be fair, most people started with Morrowind. It's one of those things, right? Most people start with Morrowind, so they never really got a context for, like, what kind of spells you could have in Elder Scrolls. I imagine someone that started with Skyrim, like, they would just be mind blown going to the earlier games to see all the crazy shit you can do with magic. Alright, we got a slow fall spell. That would be handy. Slow falling is very handy spell. But again, I don't have, like, I know it says I got 1,162 gold, but I am, like, remember, I am trying to save some money so that I can pay off my bank debt, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And I think if we don't spend too much money, we could pay that debt off now. I'd have to go into a dungeon or something to get my money back, but, like, we could at least solve one of our problems, right? But mainly, I just wanted to, I wanted to kind of flesh out what I have to work with for spells. So, slow falling would be handy, but A, it costs a lot of magic that I don't really have, and B, yeah, a bit costly for me. Stamina. Is this just a fatigue heal? So it's caster only, okay. Target will heal 1 to 8 points of fatigue, plus 2 to 2 points. So, okay, it's 1 to 8 plus 2 per level. So for me, that'd be like a guaranteed 6 points of fatigue, plus another, so it'd be like 7 minimum. Not a huge heal, but it gets significantly stronger as you level up. So that ain't too bad. It only costs 20 magic, which isn't, I mean, it's not little, but it's not a whole lot either. This would keep me from passing out. Like I'd say this is a valuable one. This is one we need. It would keep me from just falling down and dying in the middle of a dungeon or while I'm exploring the wilderness, you know? So I'll take it. Okay, I think we're under, I don't think we'll be able to pay our loan off, but like, the closer we are to paying it off, the better. Man, I love just looking at these things. Tame, okay, that's a pacify. Tongues, comprehend languages. Oh man. Okay, that's very D&D. Trolls, yeah. Ooh, that's a regeneration spell. It's not a super potent one, but it's a regen spell. A little too expensive though, both in magic and cost. But I like that one, just regeneration. Water breathing. Okay, like, I mean, the thing is we're gonna, we are in fact going to run into situations where we need to go underwater. Like, not yet, but we are gonna have to go underwater briefly at some point in time. So having a water breathing spell would be actually pretty nice. But you know what? We don't need it right now. Like, we're not going on an aquatic adventure right now, so we can hold off on that. Wizard's fire, wildfire. So okay, I still need a healing spell of some kind. Yeah, what I'm missing here is some sort of healing spell. I want to double check that heal spell because I think that might have been a heal self spell. It might have been. Yeah, okay, that's a heal self, and it's 1 to 10 plus 5 for every level. So that's actually a fairly potent heal. Like that heal is worth it. Oh god, look at this. We can cure our own diseases. Imagine that. Imagine not having to pay the temple for that, huh? But yeah, it costs more magic than I have, and it's too expensive. Way too expensive. Ooh, the heal spell. Okay, this is another heal spell. So it's 1 to 1 points of health. So you heal for 1 HP. Plus 2 to 10 points for every 2 levels. So that's a spell. That is a spell that gets significantly stronger as you level up. Like it starts incredibly weak, right? 1 HP, but then yeah, it gets way stronger. Yeah, way stronger than like that might average out to being better than this one. Because this one, it has more of a base heal, but like, yeah, more of a base heal, and I guess it's more consistent in what it heals. Like, this is a consistent heal, but yeah, if you just need to patch yourself up, Belina's Bomb seems to be a pretty good choice. Alright, and we have Belina's Antidote, but that one is too, yeah, a little too expensive still. Okay. Well, I guess we're not paying off our debt right now, because we're dipping to, like, we need 1,100 to pay for it, so I guess we could get another spell or two. So we have a heal fatigue, a heal health, I think we got buoyancy and free movement, so I guess maybe a chameleon. I think either that chameleon spell or that shadow spell. They both look kind of interesting. So this costs 33, 132. How much does that shadow spell cost? So shadow form is a little cheaper. It's a little bit cheaper. The thing is, I just don't know about this one. Like, I'm not sure how it'll work exactly. Maybe we should get recall, actually. You know what? Consider it an investment. Well, wait, it has a chance to fail, right? Yeah, it has a... The chance of success is 1 + 1 every 1 level. Oh, that ain't great. That means it has like a 1... So at my level, it has like a 4 chance to succeed. If that's in percentage points, that ain't good. That ain't good at all. So okay, yeah. Oh right, light source. So this is okay. This is caster only, so it'd be something I can use. It creates a light source for 1 + 4 rounds for every level. So yeah, for me that would be 4, 8, 12, 13. So it'd be 13 rounds, which that's over a minute. That's over a minute worth of light. So okay. Honestly, yeah, that ain't bad. A magical light source, a light source that I could use while I have my bow and arrow out, like, oh no, that's worth it. That's worth it. Okay, I'll buy it. Then, alright, so now we have... So we have the 2 spells we started with, Buoyancy, free action, Stamina heal, a health heal, and then a magical light spell. So cool, we're a little bit more fleshed out as far as magic goes. We have some spells that'll help us out in a myriad of situations. So that's great. I made my own class for the character. I didn't put a whole lot of time in on it. It's adventurer. I made it up. But like for what my character's class is, so I didn't modify much of anything. It's just like I literally just went with the default 50 stats across the board, generic stats across the board, and no disadvantages. But the only advantage I took was for magic points. I took the 1x magic points for intelligence advantage, and that is just so that my character can cast spells on a very, very basic level, because without that you only get half your intelligence and spell points. But my character has no advantages or disadvantages. They're pretty much middle of the road. Like, this is a generic ass character with only 8 health per level, so they're a little underpowered and very generic, but there is an advantage in not having any disadvantages. Like, for instance, if you... I still suggest the Spellblade as a good starter, but, like, let's take the normal starting classes. The Spellblade is a good hybrid of, magic and melee and all that, but the Spellblade, it has a hard limitation on weapons and armor. So, like, the Spellblade can't use a lot of weapons, and they can't use certain armors either. They can't use anything heavier than chain, I think. So if you find like iron, steel, whatever other exotic metal plate mails there are, you can't wear any of that as a spell sword, which kind of sucks. So my character, like you can see, she has like, she's got some metal, you know, she's got like some iron gloves and boots and an iron helmet. Like she doesn't have any great advantages or nothing, but no disadvantage, so she can wear anything. She's like a Skyrim character, basically. Like, I purposefully went with a character that is very general purpose, because here's the thing, I am very much going to play this as fantasy life simulator. So my character here, I randomed a lot, and she's a little underpowered, but she's average, right? She's average at pretty much everything. And that the reason I went with that is because she has a lot of room to grow and improve. She is going to struggle, and but ultimately the sky is the limit. Like, she has enough magic to be a very rudimentary mage. Like, she can do the magic things. And because she has no limitations on her equipment, I mean, theoretically, if I had the strength for it, she could, you know, she could eventually be tricked out in plate mail with a, you know, with a greatsword or something. But the limiting factor on what she can do is not hard limitations. The limiting factor is her stats. Like, right now, I'm pretty encumbered. Like, I'm at 48 out of 67 encumbrance. I don't have the strength. Like, even if I had a full suit of plate mail armor, I could not physically wear it because it would be too heavy. Like, I'm wearing leather body and pants because metal armor is just too heavy, you know? Like, I only have the metal boots and gloves because those are relatively lightweight compared to like bulky chest and leg pieces. But, you know, I like not having hard limitations. Yeah, like, I'm not locked out of anything, because that is, honestly, it is really frustrating when you play like one of the mages or something. Like, when you, like, okay, picture this, right? When you play a pure mage in this game, or hell, even some of the hybrid mages like Battle Mage, your armor is limited to leather only. So, like, the only armor you can ever wear is leather. And, I mean, thanks to mods, there's a lot of variations on leather. Like, thanks to mods, there's variations of all the armor classes, but, like, you know, it does kind of suck that you'll never get, like you will constantly get drops, right? You will constantly get a cool looking magical piece of plate mail or chain mail or whatever, and you just can't wear it, and it sucks, you know? You'll find cool weapons, but you can't use them. So it kind of sucks to find lots of cool stuff and you can't even try it out, you know? But at the same time, I think playing, like, the classes with their hard limitations, they do give you a bit of a framework of, like, how you want to play the game. Like, how I'm playing with my character, I'm a little more general purpose, and I just want to experience the game and just sort of immerse, so I like not having hard-coded limitations. But imagine if you wanted to play a character that was more niche, more quirky, right? Like, what if you wanted to roleplay as, and this is where Daggerfall excels, what if you wanted to roleplay as, like, I don't know, a scared old man, right? You're a scared old wizard that is physically frail and maybe even has some phobias and fears, which, when you make your own class, you can give it a phobia. Like, you can be phobic of things. There's all kinds of fun modifiers. But, like, yeah, you know, the game allows you, whether with the starting classes or your own custom, it allows you to make a character that has a specific way that it can play. And that affects everything. It affects how you play the game and how you approach things. Like, imagine if your character was just so dumb and low magical ability that they just couldn't cast spells, right? That would lock you out of a lot of utility, You know, no magical breathing underwater, no flying, no marking and recalling, none of that shit. Like that would change how you fundamentally play. So I think that's the value in just how classes work in this game. You can either take a more limited experience to get to kind of help you to role play and immerse in a particular role, or you could do like me and make a character that's more general purpose, and their limitation is like they have limitations, but it's soft limitations, you know? Like I'm limited by my strength, not by what I can equip. Like this character isn't gonna wear tons of heavy stuff because they just can't carry it, but they're not hard locked out of it. And that's kind of how I like to play, but you know, that's the fun of it. Find the way that you like to play. Yeah, I would say that like the general purpose route, it works, and honestly, it is probably the most enjoyable way to play the game, but that's for me. Like, there is a lot of fun in playing a character that is more specialized, because it works both ways. Like, not only do you take on limitations, but you get bonuses. Like if you play a mage, like the starter class mage, yeah, you can only wear leather and you're locked out from using a lot of weapons, but the thing is that you get double the normal amount of magic points. Like double the spell points. That is a big deal. So yeah, like it's give and take, and it's just one of those things where it like, look at it like this. It's to help your enjoyment of the game, right? It's not about making the strongest character or anything like that. It's about making the game play the way you want it to play. Oh, nice, Burn. Forbidden on tower shields. Critical weakness to paralysis. That's gonna be rough. Like, that's rough right there. But yeah, no, like there's fun in that. Like, see, here's the thing, okay? There's a lot of people that don't understand why you would do something like that. But it's roleplay, it's immersion. You know, if I want a character who is, I don't know, scared of a particular type of monster, and they can't, you know, they can't, like, maybe they can't equip shields and anything larger than a dagger, right? Like, you know, because they have, I don't know, maybe they've had a back injury, they can't wear heavy stuff, they can't use heavy weapons, you know, they gotta stick to daggers and stuff like that, and, you know, like, roleplay. It's roleplay. And I know you could just roleplay in your head and you don't have to have hard limitations, which is viable, and I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing, but having hard limitations, it kind of forces you to play the character, if you know what I mean. Like, if you don't have hard limitations, you might be tempted to break your own rules, right? But when you can't, it forces you to actually roleplay what you chose. See, me, you know, I can just do whatever, but yeah, it's just how you want to play, right? It's however you want to play it. Ah, the magic assassin. I want to do more of the sneaky thief stuff, but I don't know. I think Daggerfall isn't the best for being a sneaky thief, but it's not that bad. It's just I think it's really rough to start. Like, it is really rough to get started as a sneaky thief in Daggerfall. Alright, so I think I got everything I want from the Mages Guild for right now. There are quests from the Mages Guild, but I don't think I'd be able to even get to any of the places they want me to go to. So we'll do quests for them at another time. I don't know how much time we have left today. It's already like almost 2 o'clock. My belly is starting to rumble. I'm getting hungry here. But we'll go a little bit longer. All right. I guess till the wife gets home. So let's see. I am supplied, right? I am resupplied, I've got fresh rations, a fresh camping roll. Uh, I've got my bow repaired. I have a winter cloak, so I'm not gonna freeze anymore. Like, this character is actually, like, honestly, she's actually starting to take shape. She has some basic spells, and I mean, even in looks, like, she looks like a more competent, prepared adventurer than at the start. Like, things are actually starting to come together. We still owe a lot of money to the bank, but that's fine. Alright, so we're up here at the north end of town. So, you know what? Let's look around town and see if anyone is offering any local quests. I can't go too far for a quest because, you know, I just can't, right? Like, I think, honestly, we might, like, I'm gonna be straight here. We may be stuck in Gothway Garden until, like, we might be stuck doing the odd jobs around Gothway Garden and then going back up to Privateer's Hold. We might be stuck doing that for a while until we can buy a horse. Like, once we can buy a horse, we, like, that increases our speed a lot, and it'll allow us to actually, like, maneuver both in town and in the wilderness. It'll let us get around a lot easier. And once we have a horse, because, you know, I don't have fast travel, right? But once we have a horse, then, like, with the accelerated time of travel options, I'll be able to actually get from one town to the next in a timely fashion. And also without running out of fatigue, because that's the big thing. Like the thing is that when you just, like, hoof it on foot, your fatigue is constantly draining, and that's a problem. But when you have a horse, you're not, like, you know, you're not manually walking, so your fatigue doesn't suffer like it does when you walk. Oh man, I love the tavern music. And I love that there's so many variations of tavern music. Let me save real quick. And also there's regional taverns too. Like, so here's the thing, right? This game does take place in, you know, it takes place in one specific region of the world, but, like, there is a lot of variety actually in the different environments. Like, I know we're not going to see it for a long ass time, but, like, if you go to the south, to the, you know, across the bit of ocean, it's desert. Like, there's a desert down there. If you go into, like, the northeast, it's very mountainous and snowy, even outside of winter. If you go to, like, the little islands off the coast, then it's more, you know, it's more warm and tropical. I think there's even some jungle to the southeast too. Like, there are diverse environments in this game, and not only does that affect the terrain, but it affects the towns and, you know, how things look and are laid out. It's kind of neat. Alright, so, well, first off, you know what? I'm a buy, maybe buy some food here. Oh, we're just, it's dinner menu time. I said it before, but I love how there is a goddamn breakfast and dinner menu for the inns. They serve different food depending on the time. I love that. So, you know what? I'll splurge, because, yeah, if I'm gonna go into a dungeon or a haunted house or whatever, I want to make sure I'm nice and full. So give me that cheese pork schnitzel. God damn, man, I want one now. I want some cheese pork schnitzel in real life now. Okay, I couldn't finish the whole thing, but I ate it. All right, let's see. Anybody got a quest? Are you still sulking, Shalina? I beat you fair and oh my fuck, she remembers that. Like the thing is, so much in this game, because of all the procedural stuff, like, very rarely are things remembered, right? When you leave an area. Like, it's, how many days has it been since she beat me at, what was it, like, darts or something? How long has it been? And she still remembers that she beat me, and that I owed her $100 and I couldn't pay her for half a day. She still remembers. God damn. Alright, any advice? I like the way my character talks. Hello, mate. What advice might you have for someone like me? My Australian high elf. Alright, people talk. Your reputation follows you everywhere. If you've done good work for the right people, you'll find shopkeepers giving you better deals and nobles trusting you with more important work. So they're just kind of reminding you that, you know, reputation is important. Alright, any news? Alright, really? What's been happening? There's a story being whispered about a mad wizard that has the Necromancer's ring. That artifact is just a myth. Well, come on now, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that there's like a rogue necromancer with some kind of magic ring out there. But it's, oh no, I'm sure it's just a myth, right? You can't do that. Alright, let's see. Who are you? I see, who are you exactly? Go pester someone else. I think I'm bothering her now. I think I've annoyed her. Like, imagine talking to someone, like imagine having a conversation with someone and then you end it with, cool, who the fuck are you? Oh man, I need to up my social skills. Alright, do you have a quest for me? Well, first off, let's save before I take on any quests. Okay. What do you want now, Shalina? I think this might be the guy, right? This might be the guy that I took, this might be the guy who had a haunted house, and I took the quest, but I couldn't complete it, so yeah. He might be a little upset at me because I didn't, you know, go ghost busting. Who are you? Yeah, if you excuse me, I got other things to do. Alright. Like, can I check my reputations? What is my reputation, anyway? Affiliations. Well, I'm affiliated with a mages guild. But, like, what's my rep? Like, where would that even be? Dialogue notes. Ooh. That's finished quests. Oh my god, there's so many things here. Also, I love how the game just randomly generated me a backstory. I love that, like, I love this shit. Like, look, like, my character has a whole ass history from their childhood. It's just there. Like, I didn't write that, and I didn't even choose the questions or nothing. The game just made me a backstory. That's kind of awesome. Ah, okay, so with Unity, it's a text file for reputation, so I guess you don't actually know. I mean, honestly, that's kind of for the best. Like, you know, your character wouldn't know exactly how much people don't like her, right? You just gotta feel it out, right? Feel it out. What the hell do you want, Shalina? God damn, I pissed everyone off in this tavern. I think they're probably angry because A, I lost at a game of darts and you know, barely paid my dues. And B, I told that guy I would go and slay the ghost haunting his house, and then I just didn't do it. So I think they're all pissed at me now for that. Alright, but who are you? Okay, they're a commoner. You know what, maybe if I buy her an ale. You bought Barbissa Hearthsley an ale for 4 gold. I got the money. Alright, I suppose I could stay and chat with you for a while. Any news? Alright, I just found out that Mixers of Zen cut a deal with Teachers of Mara. Interesting, huh? Ooh, interfactional conflict. Any advice? Wander too far into the wilderness, and you just might stumble into some witches. They live in covens and summon Daedra to do their bidding. Ooh, we have a new topic, witches. Tell me more about the witches. Now that I've gotten you liquored up, please tell me more. Yeah, let's see. Those who seek out witches often find themselves part of the brew in their cauldrons. So she wants nothing to do with those witches. Okay, okay. So where is? I mean, I know where the bank is, the temples. I can ask more regional questions, so I can find like. Okay, you know what? We need a pawn shop actually. We need a pawn shop to sell off a lot of the crap we have. Where's the nearest pawn shop? I think they have one in Aldmore. So I'll have to look at the map and see where Aldmore is, but that might just be our next destination. I mean, after we're, settled here. All right. How about some work? Any work around here? There's no work available at all. All right. Times are tough. No, there's no side quests in this town. Not in this economy. All right. This is what I know that it can feel like we haven't really accomplished much of anything today. We mostly did a lot of shopping, right? We did a lot of shopping and settling stuff in town and just kind of getting prepared to go on an adventure. But we've also just been exploring the town and kind of interacting with people and, just doing stuff and this would be the fantasy life simulator, right? This is the fantasy life sim. And I love it. I actually really love it. The way that this plays out, and remember, my character has, my character, not only does she have a reputation and all that, but she has needs. She needs to eat and drink and sleep and stay in good health and all that, and these are constant needs, pressing, expensive needs. And then there's supplies and yeah, my character always just kind of has her own things she needs, and we got to take care of that while also just going about our business, right? I love it. This is fantasy life sim. There you go. All right. God, it feels like I know that it ain't the prettiest or nothing, but very geometric, but I don't know, every time I leave a cozy tavern and I come out here into the streets of Gothway Garden, I just love it. I love how all the houses have chimney smoke coming up, snow coming down, the jaunty music, the villagers wandering around. I don't know, there's just a cozy vibe to it, and I love that. Alright, so, okay, I think my town business is concluded. I don't know how much time we have left, but let's try and get to a dungeon, shall we? I'd kind of like to test out my, my fully repaired bow, my new magical spells, right? My powerful and deadly magic's, utility. And, yeah, I feel so much more prepared now. Yeah, it's a cold and foggy day, but I got a winter cloak, right? I'm not freezing to death anymore. So off we go into the wilderness. Also, remember, I don't know if we're gonna, I do not know if I'm actually gonna follow the main quest, but here's a goal, right? If you want a bit more of a long-term goal for the moment, we have the letter from Brisciana, right? So we need to meet Lady Magnesson at... Where did she want to meet again? So let's see. I will take a room at an inn, the Restless Dagger in Fontwich of Daggerfall. So she is in the town of Fontwich, the Restless Dagger Inn. So we have 1 month from the 14th, so we have till the 14th of the next month to handle this. And if we don't, we'll never be able to do the main storyline. I don't know if we... again, I'm not really worrying about it, but you know what? At least trying to make that goal, it's something to work towards. So, let's see. So where is Fontwich? let's take a look, right? Like, where is that anyway? So within Daggerfall, so find Fontwick. So we are like over there in the northwest corner of the province. Fontwick. Oh God, Fontwick is over there. Do you wish to travel to Fontwick? Can I? No, I can't. Okay. I kind of I lost where it was. Where was it again? Fontwick. Okay, so it's right there. Okay, so Fontwick is so that's where we gotta go. All right. So we have 1 month. We have 1 month to get from over there to like over here somewhere. God, it's so big. I even lost. There it is, Fontwick. Let me zoom in on it. Zoom. No. God, there's so much to the map. I lost track of it. Like, there's so many points of interest, it's so easy to lose track of things. There it is. Let's see, can I zoom in a little bit? There we go. So, oh God, that is so much. That is so much. It's Tamwood. Fontwick. Okay, Fontwick is over there. So here's the good news, right? So the good news. The good news is that it looks like Fontwick is along the lines of a it's along the lines of a road, it looks like, and that's a good thing. Yeah, so it's along a road, so we can use the accelerated travel to get there, but it would still take a long ass time to travel that far. If we can get to a large city, like if there's a large city closer that has a carriage, we could take the carriage to Fontwick. That would save time, but yeah, that is a long ass way from where we are. But we have a goal, right? We have a goal. I mean, take your bets now on whether I'll make it or not in a month, but you know, hey, maybe, right? Maybe. It's a possibility. You never know. We might be able to pull it off. Alright, so, okay, we're going back on down into the depths of Privateer's Hold. Combat music. Oh shit! Centaurs! Oh God! What the fuck are centaurs doing out here? Which also, I don't think centaurs are in any of the other Elder Scrolls games, right? Like, as far as I know, I don't think centaurs ever make an appearance in any of the other games. As far as I know. But centaurs, we got them in Daggerfall. You bet we do. Alright, I don't like to run, I don't like to flat out run because it lowers my stamina, but I'm fucking running right now. Okay, so at some point we should run into the little mound where the dungeon is. The area looks inhabited. Someone's cleared the underbrush here. That would be the bandits living in the room. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! It's what the fuck are those? They're plant people. I don't even know. One of them smacked me. Oh God! I hope they don't carry diseases. Like, look, whenever I get hit by a monster, my first thought isn't, oh no, the damage. It's, oh God, I sure hope they weren't I hope they didn't have rabies. Okay, so I got my weapon, got everything. It's time for a danger save. My favorite kind of save. So centaurs make an appearance in Elder Scrolls Legends, the card game. I didn't even know there was a card game. That's intriguing. All right, in we go, back into the dungeon. Okay, before I panic, light source? weapon. Okay. I am ready this time for battle. Come on. I got this. I got it. One down. Is there an imp in here? There it is. There's the goddamn imp. Oh god, right, they hit so hard. I need to heal myself. I need Belina's bomb. Okay, that doesn't do a whole lot, but it works. It works. Get your torch out. Yeah, these imps, like, they hit real hard. Ugh. Oh god, I'm in a corner. Oh. Man, the most epic of battles. Ugh. I really need to get better at melee. I really do. Alright, come on, come on. There we go. Alright. Man, that first room is always a bitch. Like, that first room is always the roughest just because you kind of enter in the middle of a shitstorm here. Alright. Now that I've thoroughly coated the room in my own blood, let's go ahead and take that meat. You know the drill, right? We don't want to use our rations too quickly. We want to cook this meat and eat that. But also, let me cast that spell again. Oh man, it feels so good. It feels so good to be able to heal my health bar. Look at that, boom! Almost full health, I think. And yeah, I went through all my magic, but that's fine. God damn, it feels good to be able to heal myself. And oh, I can, like, hold up. I can heal not just that, I can heal my fatigue too, right? Yeah, I have the stamina spell. So that heals, it doesn't heal a lot of fatigue, but it does heal fatigue. Yeah, look at that! I just healed my own fatigue. Alright. See, this is the thing, my character ain't no mage, right? So I don't, like, I can't cast a lot of spells, but it just feels so good to finally have some utility out of my magic, right? Like, yeah, I used my magic before to, like, you know, throw out some damage, but now I can use it to heal my health, to heal my fatigue, to make some magical light so I don't have to hold a torch all the time. Like, it feels good to finally get some utility out of my power. This is why I'm a high elf. Oh god, that would, you know what? I do wonder if there's a mod for that, because that would actually be really fun. If there was a mod so that enemies could, like, cross the borders between zones. So, like, yeah, so the enemies outside could follow you inside. That'd be kind of great. Or the monsters in the dungeon could hop out and just wreck you the moment you try to escape. Alright, so I don't have any more magic power, but my fatigue is good and my health is good, so let's do this. I know it must be rather frustrating. It's like, man, he just keeps going between Gothway Garden and Privateer's Hold, but, like, you know, that's how we're playing a very slow immersive game here right now, the way I have my game set up. And every time I go back and forth, I am trying to have goals, you know? I'm not just grinding. I have specific goals. I need money for very specific purposes. We have a goal overall. I mean, right now, my goal is to... I think my immediate goal is we need to pay off our debts. The second goal is we need to get a horse. I need a horse so that I can more freely travel in the world, you know? But, yeah, if I can pay my debts and then buy a horse, then we're good. Or we could live a little more dangerously, actually. You know what we could do? We could pay our debt, and then we could take out a a larger loan? Like 1,000 gold is nothing. You can pay that off easy. But what if we took out a 10,000 gold loan? And then we used the money to buy a horse, to buy all the spells we might... Like, basically, what if we took out a small business loan for the purpose of investing in our adventure career? And, you know, we just sort of got the things we needed, and then just worry about paying it back later. We could do that. Now, would that be a good idea? It would be a gamble, for sure, right? It would most certainly be a gamble. See, but that's what I love. I love that even though right now we're just kind of bouncing between these locations, I love that we have so many options open to us and so many ways we can go about making plans and then executing them, right? Like think about that. How many RPGs do you play where you actually sit back and you make plans, right? Like not just, oh, I want to grind or I want to do dungeon, but like actually like in a very real way make plans, right? And that's kind of what I like about Daggerfall. I'm sitting here seriously considering, like, you know, a small business loan so that I can get a horse and some basic adventure supplies and then worry about paying it back later, right? But then I'm thinking like, well, you know what? That's a gamble. Maybe like let's take it slow, and you know, like life in Gothway Garden ain't bad, you know? We can make a life here for ourselves, but you know, but then I'm thinking, oh, but we have, you know, we might want to at least attempt the main story, so you know, we got to worry about getting to that other town in a month's time. And yeah, I love having I like having all these things to think about and plan for. I like it a lot. Alright. Oh, I hear a skeleton screaming out here. Oh boy, let me save. And also, just pause a second. But yeah, Vexus, oh god, the wife just came home. Oh, look at that. We didn't even get to do the dungeon. It's fine. It's fine. We've been at it for a long time. I hope you all had fun. But I'm actually really hungry. So we'll catch up again later. We'll continue later. I'll see you then.